Hello, everyone, and welcome to Into the Wastelands, the Eternal Army, the final episode. Thank you for joining us for an evening of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Niall, I'll be your DM. I use he, him pronouns, and we're thrilled to be streaming at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. For those of you who are new to Dungeons and Dragons, everyone here plays fantasy characters in a fantasy universe. These 5 players each have their own characters with unique abilities and traits and powers, but can they do those things? Usually, if we use these dice, 20s are good, a boop, 1s are bad, a boop. So yeah, we roll dice and we see whether or not they can do the things that they wish they could do. Whilst they wish they could do things and we see whether or not they can, I do the other stuff. I do the world, the wind, the weather, the snakes, mainly the snakes. Right? Well, if anything, I've been powering off responsibility left, right, and centre recently. Yeah, you can run that one, you can do that one.
Just reminded me. Thanks, Niall.
It's all right. What are other player DMs for than passing on responsibility? Anyway, together we create this wonderful story, which you are now at the final chapter of. I'd like to take this moment to invite the players to introduce themselves, their pronouns, their characters' names, and their characters' programs, and it's been a long time since we were at, Why Are We Here by Yolma Fagud. So if your character had to write a book, what would the title be? Even if it's an autobiographies, fictional, whatever they wish. If your characters to write a book, what would the title be? And we'll start with G.
Oh man. Hi, I'm G. I'm playing Vega. We both use he, him pronouns. And I think if it was an autobiography, I'm just going to go with Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, very good. Very good.
But
very, very good.
Do you fall in love with someone who rejects your first proposal and then you have to propose again? Is that Vega's story?
It's a little more tragic, isn't it? A little bit more life and death.
Yeah, a bit more life and death.
Not about your sister running off to get married to the person you once were in love with but aren't anymore because he's a dick.
No. It's more about the pride of the Lion family and the prejudice of battle. Let's see.
Ooh, very well put together. Amazing. Okay, and Evie.
Hi, I'm Evie. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Malice, who uses he, him pronouns. And Malice's autobiography, not my autobiography, I'm gonna go with Minion Mine. Because I think that sounds decent.
I like that. That's very good. That's very good. I love that. Amazing. Okay, Mikey.
Hi, I'm Mike. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Jamie Link, who uses she, her. And from angst to love, the path of an edgelord.
It's like a bad album title.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm laughing fully knowing that I have nothing. Mine is good shit. But
on that vein, can I have mine as Minion Mine, the Malice Basile story?
Ah, very good. Very good. That's good. All right, sweet. Liz?
Hello. My name's Liz. We'll do the first bit first. My name's Liz. I use they, them pronouns. I'm playing Elder Green or Elder Toad, who uses they, he pronouns. If Elder Green had an autobiography, it would probably be called Elder Toad Chronicles. Journeys with our Reek, our Jamie, our Malice, our Flower, our Vega, Herbert the Snail, Kenneth the Frog, and Mirthful Francis.
Beautiful. Very beautiful.
Short and sweet.
Dedicated to...
all of the above.
Such an Elder Toad move. And finally, Em.
Hi, I'm Emma. I use the pronouns Em or Emma. I'm playing Reek. He uses any pronoun. I think it just says, like, I'm imagining the cover and it's just Reek in really big letters across the top with like 3 exclamation marks at the end, and then like a picture of Reek's face being like, hello.
You know what you're getting with that? You know what it is.
It's a comic
open
book.
that book up. Yeah, it's just more pictures. It's like of the slope.
Like a flip book.
Yeah, you just keep going. It just keeps going for really long. And Reek's like, didn't know this was going to have so many pages. Excellent. Well, this stream will run about for 3 hours. Maybe less, maybe more. It's the final episode, so who really knows what's going to happen? I don't. So before we kick off, just to let you know, that's how long it'll be. And there'll be a 5-minute break somewhere in the middle. Quickly, here's a word from our sponsors.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. Hero Forge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We are also supported by Warriors of Waterdeep. Take your team of warriors on a quest spanning the Forgotten Realms, all on your mobile. Power up your teams with items, work with your guild to defeat hordes of enemies, and test your mettle in the arena. And to make all of that work, you need gems! As we frequently say, the hunt for gems is real. Pop !WOW gems into chat for a link to collect free gems and get yourself that nice sword you've been looking at, or revive your heroes against a deadly foe. Download link !Warriors of Waterdeep in chat.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets and ! characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters, Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
We are Roll Together RPG on all social medias, and there will be links in chat, so do like, follow, subscribe. A massive thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can find a link in chat. Help us make the wonderful content that we make from just like £1, $1, and unlock more tiers when you join. Our D20 Club are freaking awesome. They've set up a wiki for us and a Discord. So if you want to be part of those, there are links in chat right now. Our shows are also available. Yes, down here somewhere down. Our shows are also available as podcasts. Just search Roll Together RPG in all your favorite podcasting apps. Finally, we play with a diverse group of players to play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans and GNC positive, and we encourage and champion trans and GNC players and D&Ds and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own, and we aim to avoid misgendering, but do acknowledge that it does sometimes happen. We do have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns, so if we do miss an instance of misgendering, we are open to being corrected. So please do let us know if you think one has been missed. Check out our safety in chat for content warnings and some of the safety toolkits that we use throughout the whole of the TTRPG safety toolkit. And now, let's begin at the end, but at the beginning of the end. For now, that is where we are. Hit the music! So, we left off after making our way through, so much so far. Starting off in the Predator's lair, crossing deserts to get to here. Well, not even here. You crossed the desert to get to a city that had been taken over by an eternal army calling themselves demigods and born from gods and God-born. And put on a mission to save the city by doing the bidding of this king of the Eternal Army. You find yourselves within a demi-plane trying to find a UNT civilization and their leader and why they've lasted here for so long. You found their leader at the top of this ziggurat called Ilshalu the Undying, who's turned out to be a former member of the Eternal Army themselves. You slayed Ilshalu the Undying with the help of your rivals that you met at the Predator's lair. But Ilshalu the Undying proves their namesake and is not dead. The fountain of water that seems to connect this whole demi-plane has resurrected him or her. Oh, I think we canonically voted that they were gender fluid. Yes, all of them. They. We. They start referring to themselves in the third person from now on. I, Ilshalu. Anyway, that is where we find ourselves. At the top of Initiative Vega, you see this large figure rising up, the water running off their scaly skin as their form almost mutates larger and more powerful than before. Mythic, one could say.
Well, that's cheating.
Sorry, I missed the first half. Not of the run, not this. There's two kings. You were sent here by one king to meet another king, and now you're doing a job for the other king. Correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Your king was under sort of religious pressure to find. But your king was under religious pressure to leave the city and just start conquering Faerun. Which your king was like, I don't really want to do that. This seemed legit, and was kind of like came up with this fake plan that they were like, oh yes, I've received visions from Maglabayet, and he said that we shall find champions within Faerun that can help us. Just completely bullshit his way through it, and basically started a little mini army within Faerun in the hopes to gather people strong enough to to help him.
Right. Okay.
And was like, right, I've got a problem. Please help me. I've managed to convince the religious sector of our city that they are indeed, not going to start conquering your lands. So please help me. Help me to help you to help me by helping us. Yeah. Your king's a pretty cool guy. He's just, he's having a hard time of it.
We just didn't particularly treat him like a king.
No, you didn't. He gave you an axe.
So he's all right in my books.
You're right, Kingaling. Little king boy. Little king. Oh, whoa. Anyway, there's a big snake person in front of you. She towers above you menacingly. Multiple heads, laughing.
And where's the fountain statue in relation to me and them?
Behind him.
Behind him. Okay. I will. What am I going to do? I haven't had a chance to think about this. Sorry. I will use my eagle whistle ability, which a whistling wind I have to hold my breath, and like a whistling wind starts going, and I sort of jump off the ground. Am I in ranged? Am I sort of engaged in combat? Am I going to take an attack opportunity?
Are you heading past them? Then probably yes.
I mean, yes, but sort of around. I guess immediately.
What's your movement speed?
50 feet.
So you could probably move around. You wouldn't be able to reach the.
I can fly twice as
statue.
fast. I can fly 100 feet.
If you. Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, definitely.
I
said the room's like 120 foot, like by 120 foot, so that totally makes sense. If you can move at 100 foot, you're definitely able to make decent arcs around this room.
Okay, cool. Actually, do I want to get to that yet? Actually, no, I'm going to just fly at them, I think, and attack them. And... Oh, that's crap. Okay, then yes. Actually, no, I won't. I will do that. I'm going to do a water whip attack. So they have to make a dex saving throw.
Ooh, that's not good. That's only a 8.
Yeah, so that doesn't pass.
Not a Dexy snake.
So as I fly around, from my kind of water tattoo, which I think is on my right arm, water kind of snakes out and around my arm. And again, it's a bit like a kind of long whip kind of thing with a weight at the end. And creature takes 3d10, and I'm going to spend an extra 1, so 4d10. Oh, come on.
Oh, did you roll low?
6 points of damage. 4d10. And I will knock it prone.
Excellent. He falters back and lands heavily on his back blades, falling onto the ground, the tail writhing in front of you.
And I can't really. I'm going to use my second wind as my bonus action. Regain a few hit points.
Excellent. Sweet McGeet.
So I would say I've sort of flown around him, so I'm closer to the statue.
Nice. They're going to use a legendary action to get themselves up and then move behind you, because you probably had to move. If you're moving straight forward,
Does that move out of mine and Malice's reach now? Because we're both directly in combat with them.
this allows him to move without provoking opportunity attacks. Legendary actions for the win.
Boo.
Yeah, she snakes away. Because anyway, she snakes away behind Vega, coming up, towering up behind you again. It is now Jamie, your turn.
Right. Well, they're definitely an up curse, so she's gonna get Hexblade's curse up on him, and then trust everybody else to potentially be able to deal with the water issue, and she's just going to join Vega and take the fight to it with Eldritch Blast. 12 to hit.
12 will not hit.
Got a D6. Let's add a D6 to the 12.
D6 might do something.
16.
16 just misses.
Damn it. Okay. Let's try again. Yeah, with the 16 again.
Fortunately, you shoot off these eldritch blasts. These shadowy balls and beams fly out from your hands, but he seems to like be ready for them and be moving through them, dodging, ducking, and weaving. Any bonus actions you can do?
I used that with my Hexblade's curse.
Ah, excellent.
That's it.
That's my turn. I think at the end of that turn, she's going to spend a legendary action to cause between Malice, Jamie, Elder Toad, and the rivals, including the elephant. They're going to create a 30-foot spikes radius from the ground. They raise their hands and chuckle that maniacal laugh that you've gotten so used to hearing it and seeing. But these large spikes erupt with that green energy again from the floor of the ziggurat. This is now considered deficient terrain towards...
I'm sorry. These snakes are not maniacally laughing. They're doing the Banana Na song. That's...
I reckon there could be like a maniacal version of mana do 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 do.
It's not maniacal, that's just creepy.
Do 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 do.
Do they have googly eyes though? That's a very important question. Because if they do, that's still
I wish I had more craft stuff and I could have like stuck googly eyes to these fingers.
I have none.
Mana. Anyway. So yeah. These large, horrible-looking spikes swirling with green energy burst from the floor in front of you, covering that 30-foot distance between... Well, there's not 30 foot, really. I'd say there's about 20 foot between you guys. So you're probably trapped within 10. And then 20 foot ahead of you is the spikes. Anyway.
And that's just difficult terrain, right?
Doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't apply to me. I have the ring of free action.
Cool.
You gave me this.
I did. I remember. Elder Toad, it's your turn.
God. Okay, so the spikes changed my plan. But that's fine. Bonus action,
Your
healing
plan.
word. Malice, how are you looking right now? On a scale of 1 to 100.
On a scale of 1 to 76, I'm a 39.
Okay, all right. That's not too bad. Jamie, are you around the same kind of mark?
Yeah, I'm looking okay.
Cool. And Vega, I guess, is also around that. Okay, I'm going to roll to see who I go for. Vega, you are going to get some healing.
Hey.
Thanks.
There'll be healing word. Not masses, but something. 10
What's
points.
the healing word?
The healing word's the little toads, little frogs that kind of ribbit their way across to Vega.
So the healing word is
Do
whippet.
they fly?
Do they fly?
Yeah, because I'm flying. Currently.
Sure. Yes. All
Just jump-
frogs
they jump
fly
really
in the
high.
Feywild.
Winged
That's fair.
Winged
toads.
frogs. Yes.
I
They
can't
fly
imagine
on
anything
them.
more terrifying than a frog
I like the idea of
leaping
them
out and
just,
then.
like-
Well, they just hop really high.
I like that they like hop and then like sort of land in the air, and then they have to
Yeah.
keep hopping up.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Little
very
invisible lily
Ghibli.
pads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That happens, G. Thank you. And then I'm going to become the Elder Toad.
Yes.
Wild shape into Elder Toad.
Assume your true form.
And I will
Fuck
use my movement to use my standing leap, which is 20 foot.
I'm sorry, I am definitely going to introduce a town in a campaign at some point where everybody worships the Elder Toad.
I always picture this toad as like the most bog-eyed toad you've
Oh
ever
yeah,
seen.
there's one eye
as
looking
well.
over there, and there's one eye
Like-
looking over there.
But like it's in my head, it's really circular. Like it's really circular. It's almost like a mason jar toad. Like it's like structured circle, just like
You know those grumpy, those grumpy little toads that squeak.
what?
There's this little grumpy toad, and it makes like a beep noise. And it's like the war cry of the whatever toad it is. I'm one of those, but massive.
But it's still a.
Yeah, it looks like a pebble with a really grumpy face.
Yeah,
With one eye
that's
going that way,
fast.
one eye going. Anyway, I'm gonna. It has a standing leap, so my long jump is up to 20 foot. Do I have to use an action for that, or is that just my movement? I forget.
Ow.
Do you use an action to jump?
What's it say? Let's have a
It
toad.
doesn't,
Is it a
that's a-
giant toad?
It is a toad giante.
Giante todes doba.
The toad you're talking about is desert rain frog.
That's the one. Yes, desert rain frog. I am one of those.
It's just movement by the looks of the thing.
I will use
So you
my-
can jump 20 foot.
Yes.
Oh, you can jump 10 feet up. Yeah. Yeah, but it's your speed anyway.
Yeah. So if I may jump as far as I can jump now, that's up to you.
Yeah, no. You could jump onto the outskirts of this this spiky, rocky terrain.
Cool. How far away am I from the fountain?
You would be in front of Ilshalu, which would put you at probably like, let's say Ilshalu is like 5 foot in front of you. Like 25 foot away from the edge of the fountain.
Okay. I thought it was way closer than that. That's fine. Okay. Well, here
No,
I
I was kind of like going off the idea that you guys were at the door
am. Okay.
near Zoxa and everyone, and then Ilshalu's kind of in the middle. Vega's flown over. In between them is the spiky terrain, and then behind them is the edge of the pool, and then the statue.
That's fine. I'm happy as a grumpy toad.
Grumpy Toad. But you have fallen into my trap. As you land in the spikes, you take.
Yeah, damn it.
How many points of that? 9 points of piercing damage.
Oh, yeah, little tinker. Right, okay. It's on, Niall. It's on.
I activate my trap card. You've fallen for my trap card. God, Yu-Gi-Oh. Anyway, that puts us on the Leia's turn. Now, if I remember correctly, last time we had erupting snakes But we're back to the statues. So the statues around you all get to attack you. Pardon moi. Let's just go in order. Vega, oh, you're in the air. Jamie, a 28 will hit you.
Ow.
Dealing. Ooh. My dice really don't seem to like you. That is 13 points of damage.
Ow.
Bludgeoning. And you are grappled.
Ow.
Cool. That gives us then Reek, because you're currently not in air.
I am in air. I'm always in air.
We should do well, yeah, floating, but you're not like high above the sky.
Oh, no.
But we'll do Elder Toad first anyway, because they're first initiative.
But I'm right in front of Ilshalu, is that right?
Yeah, but there's still statues around.
Meep, okay.
But you are a large toad, aren't you?
Correct.
You are a large toad, so you will not be grappled. However,
you know how
will
to flat
be.
me now.
You know what? That's what I do. I go to bars and I walk
You
up
are
to
a
people
large
and I'm like, "Hello, you are a large toad."
And how does that
With
work
that
for you now?
voice. Well, I'm single, looking for a large toad. If anybody knows one, let me know. Will a 26 hit? Yes.
Yeah, just.
Just. That is 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And then Reek, a 22 to hit you, and you are grappled. And you will take... Oh, looked out there. 6 points of damage. So the first damage you've taken also?
I took some last time as well.
Oh, fair enough. And then Malice, your AC is 20?
Am I still hastened?
Oh, let's check.
Did you lose your concentration when you got slapped?
Natural 20. Give me a guard, bitch.
Give me a card, bitch! Succeed on a saving throw.
Nice. I'll keep that one for my next constitution check. Yeah. Yes, haste is still up. And that's
Excellent. So yeah, 20.
We might be close to it.
Right,
Just
I
rolled
rolled
for
a
Elder
21.
Toads. I've just rolled for Elder Toad's concentration on the elephant. It's still going. We're good.
Sweet. Unfortunately, I rolled a 21.
Of course.
And you take 11 points of damage.
Fun.
I think my new number seems to be 11 today. What was the last one? 15. It's 15 points of damage. Excellent. Okay. And that's everyone, really. Sweet. Reek, it is now your turn.
I think I'm just going to have to get out of the grapple, because otherwise I'm stuck. Because I'm too far away from anything to do anything. So I think that is the most sensible. Is that just one? Does it take the full action, or is it just one attack to escape the grapple?
I'll give it one attack.
I mean, assuming that I roll well, which I might not. That was an 18.
That escapes.
Great.
You wiggle out.
Like fly upwards, which they aren't expecting.
Nice. I mean, it is a statue, so the statue kind of like, and then reforms around you, kind of thing. It's like the green energy animates it, and it comes alive, wraps around you in a nice little hug, bludgeoning you slowly to death.
Reek is basically like flat, like all the way down, so it's just like whoop, hard to keep hold of.
Like a piece of paper.
like the sides of Reek are flat. There's no like, you can't like get the weight and then you're stuck. Anyway, how far away is the statue from me?
Well, if you fly, how far are you flying up?
Why would I fly up? What?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the statue that grabbed you, not the statue of Drusilla, the conservatoire. Right. Bloody hell. 30, 45, and then we'll put a nice 15-foot pool to make it nice. So 60 foot away. Just to make numbers nice, you know?
I mean, you could have gone with 50 to make numbers.
I could have.
I'm going to fly.
But a 5-foot pole wouldn't have hit a giant snake person.
Depends how small. Actually, it depends how deep it was. I'm gonna fly, I think, I'm just gonna fly past to the statue as far as I can get near to it.
Flying past Ilshalu might be the last flying you do.
Well, I've got 2 turns now, so I can just go round them. I've not. I don't need to go near them because I'm not flying in a straight line because I can't get there anyway.
Okay.
And they. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Nope, gone. Never mind.
Any other actions or anything you can do?
I was trying to see if I have like a thrown thing. Oh, I have a dart. Can I throw my dart?
Yes.
Going at Ilshalu or the statue?
It's a natural 20. What a waste of an natural 20.
You know what? I've got cards that do stuff, but I just love the fact that a dart is what did this, so I'm gonna allow it. Fuck off. Jeez. All right, this is a dangerous card. It's called Poke in the Belly, and it deals triple damage. So
nice.
Roll 3 d4s.
That is 14.
Nice.
Which is not bad for a dart.
It's not bad at all, really, is it? Jeez Louise. Oh, God. Right, okay. You pull this dart out. You throw it with such gusto that you've never thrown a dart before, impressing not only yourself, but maybe the whole party, the whole room. Even an animated statue, just before it turns to stone again, is like... as it slams itself into Ilshalu's bowels.
I think they have feathers that have come from Reek, so they're very colourful. So it's a very colourful pop of turquoise on Ilshalu.
Very cool, very cool. Excellent. Okay, any more stuff?
I'm done. I'm finished. Finito.
It's me done. Kidoki, that puts us at Ilshalu's turn. And there is only one person within combative range. Sorry, Vega. Alright. Well, I might as well just make all 3 attacks at you.
Elder Toad is within range, just saying.
Oh, thank you. Alright, so I
was thinking that, but I thought it'd be mean to bring up for me to bring up.
Right. I was like, I know where I am, I think. Am I?
Alright, a 15 to hit you, Elder Toad?
15, yes, I believe meets.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And a 25 will hit Vega, and then a natural 1 to hit Elder Toad. Sweet. All right, we'll deal with that in due course. So, put you back. You can stay. All right, so the first claw deals a smashing 10 points of slashing damage plus 2 points of poison damage to the giant toad. And then, Vega, you are going to take some stuff as well.
What kind of attack is this?
A bludgeoning attack as the tail wraps round you. After Ilshalu claws through the elder toad, the tail whips around and starts to grapple you. You are now restrained, and you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage. Then the hair strikes out. However, so weird. Okay, the two of the snake heads both lunge at you at the same time, Elder Toad, and they conk each other, giving themselves an awkward momentary confusion, and they will not add their proficiency bonus to their next attack roll.
Oh, okay. I'll just blink at them.
I think they blink back like, what the fuck? Those emerald eyes,
Yeah.
confused.
You blink one eye at a time like an old Pixar movie.
Yes.
That's so good. Excellent. That puts us at your turn, Malice.
Oh, yeah, cool. I forgot I was fighting. Well, I've been looking through my inventory, and it turns out I still have a potion of healing from the first shopping trip. So I'm gonna drink that as my hasted action.
Nice. I give the rule that you can do it as a bonus action as well if you want to keep the extra attack. It's up to you.
I will. That gives me 9 points of health, which I'm sure will come in very handy. Reek looks like that they've got the statue sorted out on their next turn, so I will trust the bird to, I don't know, shit on the statue or whatever it is birds do.
I'm going to smite it.
Smite it. That's good too.
I could clog it up with poo, but that seems a bit like it'll take a long time.
Yeah, maybe afterwards if you're still feeling angry. So I guess I'm just gonna run for Ilshalu.
Were you not grappled? Did it not hit you?
No.
Oh no.
Wait, they did, but I don't think I was grappled, was I?
If it hit you, you are grappled.
I must have just.
So Jamie and Malice and the toad can't be grappled because it's too big.
Gotcha. Okay, and the ruling last time was that I could use the hasted action to get out of the grapple.
Yes.
Cool. I would like to try and do that, please.
Go for it.
That is 24.
I'll do it. Yeah. You bust out of this grapple. Statue arms flying.
Yeah. And I just kind of go on and I do my two attacks. Like
first.
Oh no.
You move through the difficult terrain, which is not difficult for you. However, there is a painful consequence for moving through it.
Well, I think I'll use my psi-powered leap.
Put those
Go on, then.
down.
Oh, yeah.
Go on, then.
Just put my dice away.
No, I only get one.
Okay.
To be fair, that is probably what it would feel like. If you walked on one of those, it would hurt just as much as walking on this ground. It looks like a D4.
So pretty.
It's a D8.
2 D4s butt to butt. That's how somebody once described it.
Oh, yeah, that's the only way to describe it.
But it's
What's a
not.
D4? What's a D4 look like? It's like two. It's like what's a D8 look like? It's like 2 D4s butt to butt.
But it's not, because
Oh yeah.
D4 is a 3-sided pyramid and half a D8 is a 4.
So that's why it's like a D4 butt to butt.
It's
So
a
not
square
exactly.
diamond. It's a square diamond, and a D10's a round diamond, and a D4 is a triangle.
My attack rolls weren't below a 20, so...
That's legitness. That's legitness. I'm trying to find my cool thing.
Kill.
that was 38 damage, by the way.
Nice.
Oh, you know what? Apparently this difficult terrain thing stops at the start of her turn and you're directly after him, so you'd have been fine regardless.
I will take back my psionic energy dice then.
That's cool. It was such a cool move. I was like, this is such a cool effect. I finally get to use this. This is the thing, right. Just speaking, for all the DMs out there, you'll get this, right? Monsters are great, right? They're just as fun as playing characters. So I encourage, if you're a player and you're thinking about DMing, do it. Go DM. And one of the best parts about DMing is getting to play these creatures with all these like really cool. Essentially, like you're playing a different character sheet, and it's so much fun. The real issue is that combat lasts 2 rounds, and your players usually kill that monster before you do any of the cool shit. So yeah. Anyway, run over. Malice, how do you kill this? How do you kill Ilshalu?
Oh, it's dead already.
38 damage?
No, I'm joking. I'm just presuming. You know what? What's the lowest dice roll you've got?
That I got that time?
Yeah.
Well, I rolled an 8, but that's plus 14.
Yeah, and you need to roll a 3, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay. You made this weapon.
I give us.
I think the
I
real
just
lesson,
gave us-
Niall, is don't put legendary weapons into a level 9 campaign.
Hey, look, I love you guys, and I want to treat you. You know, I want to give you all the cake in the cake shop, and I want to watch your faces as you eat it. You know, and then suffer the consequences as you throw up in my car on the way home.
You spoil your players. You've got to deal with the consequences.
Exactly. I'm cool with it. I don't sound cool with it, but I'm cool with it. It's just my tone of voice, okay? Roll damage.
He has rolled damage like 10 minutes ago now.
Sorry, what was the damage?
38.
Holy crap.
While you were having a breakdown, Evie was getting on with shit.
Thank you, at least somebody was. Amazing. So you come in blasting through these crumbling spikes as they crumble like my self-esteem. You smash through them with your axe, going chunks out of Ilshalu, who looks down at you, overwhelmed. Just not, you know what I mean? They've not fought in a while. They must be quite surprised, to be fair. Many heads momentarily confused, looking around like, what? They're going to use a claw to attack you back, because you are the damage dealer, which is a legendary. Unless you've got any more things you want to do, sorry.
Oh no, I've got nothing else I can do.
Excellent. So, ba-doop. That's a 23 and a 27. Both will hit. Can you make me a DC Constitution saving throw, please?
Yes, I can. That is 17.
Right. Okay. It's still fucking useless, but anyway. Well, you know, we live and we learn, Niall.
All right, sorry now. Did that pass or did that not pass?
It didn't pass, but it doesn't really matter because it doesn't really do anything. Oh, you know, anyway. So maybe it does.
Taking us on a journey, Niall. We are. This is a roller coaster.
My brain's right. So let me read out to you. Numbing claws. They make 2 attack with both claws. If both attacks hit the same creature, you take an extra 2d6 poison damage, which you're resistant to, and you must succeed a Constitution saving throw, which you failed with a 17. You are now paralyzed until the start of his next turn.
In which case, I'll use my reaction so that you can reroll.
Thank you.
Evie can reroll. Not you now. No rerolls for you.
I know.
I got a 19 that time.
Fuck!
Your bonfire is pissed upon, Mr. Niall.
I was going to say, it doesn't really matter because you're only paralyzed until the start of the next turn. But then I was like, oh no, because if they do hit you with any legendary actions, it's an instant crit. And I was like, oh, I can use this to my advantage. Anyway, I'll just roll damage. All right, I just need another 2 of these, and then we're good. To be fair, that was some big hits, so... Ooh, all right. That's 10, 22 points of damage as these claws strike out of you, and you can feel this numbing sensation as this green energy starts to pulse around you. You can feel like your body almost gets slack with like that like pins and needles feeling, and then you're like, fuck this. As a toss of a coin from a cheeky bird somewhere.
That's poison damage, so it's half, right?
Yeah. Oh, so some of it was poison damage. Fuck. Just call. What did I say? 32.
22.
22. Thank you. Just call it 10 points of damage with 6 points of poison.
Okay.
That's the fairest way I can think of doing that.
You got it.
You got it, Buster.
Why did it turn into a cartoon character?
I don't know, but I loved it. Keep them coming. All right, that puts us on the elephant's turn.
Okay.
Oh, you thought I forgot about the elephant, did you? No, the elephant in the room was well and truly in the room.
I forgot about the elephant.
So Leafy is still here. Leafy the elephant. And
You mean got Cheeks, the
Leafy,
elephant that you've now
yes.
renamed Leafy.
And Leafy's very itchy, right? Still, even in
Always.
elephant forms, it's kind of like trying to itch itself. It's gonna run towards. I don't know. Should we roll some kind of intelligence or bravery check? Is Itchy now emboldened because Itchy is now massive? Like, you tell me that. What's going on?
I feel like that's a really good character choice for Itchy. Like, when given power, the first thing they will do is try to hit something. Like, I feel like that totally tracks for Itchy. They've been small their whole life, a weakling, a minion, the lowest rung, and finally they have gained power as an elephant. And tusks, and the first thing they want to do with it is try and kill someone. 100% tracks.
It's gonna go and make its way towards Ilshalu. I'm not sure what the distance is.
20 foot.
Be able to
30 foot for the elephant. Because they were at the entrance.
Is that including the?
No difficult terrain anymore.
Oh, okay, cool, fine. Yes,
because Niall doesn't read shit properly.
So
I was just nodding like, yeah, you dumb fuck.
You said it.
Yeah, that's true.
So Itchy, the leafy elephant, will begin charging towards Ilshalu, getting trampling charge because they're moving at least 20 foot in a straight toward the creature. They are going to hit with a gore attack. Let's see if it hits. 18 plus 8 is a number.
And that will hit.
Can the target just make a strength save?
Oh, wowza, 30.
That's a bit higher than 12, Niall. So it's not prone.
Smidge.
However, we'll still take gore and we'll still take the stomp attack on top of that. So I'm just going to roll some dice. I'll roll to see if the stomp hits. That's a natural 20 plus 8. 28 total.
Could you re-roll that attack for me, please?
Of course I can.
Boo.
18.
That will still hit, but no longer a crit.
Okay, so let me get some dice going on. 3d8 plus 6 piercing for the first one, the gore. Uh, 11 plus 6 is 17 points of damage, and then the stomp is coming. It's coming at you.
Coming hard and coming fast.
So that's 3 round diamonds. 6. 17 plus 6, 23.
Oh, so was that 23 in total?
23 for the second attack and 17 for the first.
Thank you. So 23. Cool. Oh, wow.
Itching all the way.
Guys, you are making some headway as this elephant paws into Ilshalu. Ilshalu grabs onto the tusk, but gets slowly shoved back. It's this moment of attrition as you can see Ilshalu was about to fall, but has managed to stand their ground, and then the tusks flick up and a stomp just crushes onto the tail of Ilshalu as she screams out in agony. As she screams, "Not like this! Not by a goblin elephant!"
I mean, that's how I want to go, so.
Goblin elephant all the way.
The rest of them chuck out spells and arrows and deal an extra 10 points of damage. So I took an average.
Niall, I'm so sorry. I misread stomp attack. Can you give Ilshalu the 23 HP back, please?
Oh, okay.
The target was not prone, so my bad.
No worries. Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Oh, do you want to get the stomp if you knock them prone?
Yeah.
Ah.
That one word.
It's all good.
Sorry.
All right. That puts us on Vega. However, I think I'm going to use another legendary action. And Reek, you're not within distance,
Me?
are you?
No,
you're
I'm
not.
I haven't done anything.
You threw a dart very hard.
That was a badass dart.
Yeah.
It was a very cool dart.
Even the statue gave you a thumbs up.
I'd argue it was not as bad as some of what Malice did.
No, I don't think it is at all.
There is also
Yeah,
an
I
elephant.
There's an
In the
elephant,
room.
just like a sack of hit points, just standing there.
Already itchy. No, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, no, you are right. The elephant is a real big thing.
Itchy load of hit points.
Yeah. An itchy carrier of hit points.
But he did see you change the elephant, and he is smart enough to know what that is. So he's going to turn to the toad
Yeah. No.
and start attacking the toad. Yeah, 20s all around. There's a 25 and 23. So both will hit. Can you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please? And I'll roll your damage. That's poison. That's poison. And then these will be regular piercing.
24 on the save.
Yeah, well, you're not paralyzed.
Yay!
And then we'll roll damage. So that is 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then 12, 14, 17 points of poison.
Okay. The
So
toad
in
is no
total-
more.
What about your concentration check for polymorph? So I think the DC will be quite high for this because it's 17 plus 11, which is 28
That's a
halved.
saving throw. I am still getting the +5 from Reek, right?
Yeah, and a 28 halved is 9? No,
14.
14.
thank you.
I got 20 on the save.
Fuck. Nothing works out for Ilshalu.
I'm sorry, Ilshalu.
No, I love it. Sweet. So, yeah, Ilshalu's plans are slowly falling and crumbling around them. He hisses with his multiple heads at you all. It is now. Vega, your turn.
Cool. Am I still restrained?
Yes, if you've not broken yourself free.
Don't think so. Well, not yet, no. I'm still flying, but I've been grabbed.
Were you flying?
Yeah.
I don't. Did I? I thought.
I thought you said I was restrained. I got attacked by Ilshalu.
Oh, the snake. Yes.
So he got me
So-
grabbed.
Yeah, with his tail. So you start your turn by taking some bludgeoning damage. Really sorry about that. Thanks for reminding me. So you're restrained, which is very debilitating. As somebody's about to find out, whoever's typing that out. Said key tap. You're restrained. What does that mean?
I know what restrained is. It was me typing.
9 points of bludgeoning damage. Plus 5. So 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Which is halved because of my rage.
You are 0 speed. Your
Yes.
attack rolls are at disadvantage, and you have advantage to attack you, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yeah. So I'm flat rolling attacks because I'm raging. So I'm just gonna take a couple of attacks with my spear.
Oh, so you're looking at them.
Sorry?
Are you looking at? Oh no, never mind. Sorry.
I feel by this point
It does. Yeah. The thing is like I recently learned that apparently when you get advantage and disadvantage, it doesn't stack. It just becomes flat. So regardless of how many advantages you have, it doesn't stack. If you had like a billion things giving you advantage, one disadvantage is like, no, it's flat. Just roll.
Yeah.
Make that out.
Yeah.
Mike looks disgusted by that premise.
But it works the other way around. It works the other way around as well.
Yeah. If you have loads of disadvantages, you one advantage will give you the flat roll.
Yeah. So yes, I'm flat rolling because of rage. So my first attack is an 18. That hits.
I'll do it.
So
I'll do it.
That's one of them. So it's not going to be a huge amount of damage.
I love how you're not even bothering to break out. You're just punching this snake.
Yeah. And I'm going to use one of my key points to make... Let me just double check. Ilshalu has to make a con save.
Stunning strike.
Con save.
Cheeky boy. It's a 25.
That passes. My extra attack, that's only an 11 to hit.
That'll miss.
That'll miss. In which case... Oh my god. Sorry, just a sec.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah, I'll do a flurry of blows.
Why not?
Why not? So that is 2 18s to hit.
Both will hit.
Cool. So that's...
What was the first damage? Sorry, I totally forgot to write that down.
Sorry, that was 9 damage.
Thank you.
I didn't actually say that, sorry.
No.
God damn it. So that's 8.
It's the one good thing about digital dice. Like, if I'd have rolled that, that'd have been like straight out of my head after I rolled it.
So then that's another 19 points of damage.
Amazing. Perfect. Smashing. You pummel this tail so hard. Like, your fists are actually starting to break through this weird reptile chitinous, chitinous, however you want to pronounce it, armor. And you're starting to like make it bruise and bleed as you're like boom, 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 hammering down, just roaring in complete and utter rage. Anything else? I think
no, that's me. That's all I can do.
They will notice the damage you're doing to them, and because you are restrained, and that's something I should take advantage of, they'll use a legendary action to claw at you. Oh no, they'll do the snaky hair. Boop. So that is either an 18 or a... Oof, yeah, so they definitely hit you with a 29. And they... one of the snakes shoots out and clobbers you, dealing... Oh, okay. 26 points of damage.
Ouch. What kind of damage?
Bludgeoning, thankfully.
Cool.
Amazing. And that puts us on... yeah, not cool for you,
cool.
But yeah. But a general understanding of coolness for the group.
Sorry, is that halved already from...
No. So I gave you 26. So
13.
36, did I give you?
26.
Oh, 13. Yeah, sorry. Thank you. Yes, so 13 points of bludgeoning damage in total. And then it puts us to Jamie's turn.
Cool.
Jamie.
How far up is Vega?
Like, just sort of like around the middle torso area of Ilshalu. Chest height to Ilshalu. So quite high, but not too high.
Jamie's realizing a lot of her spells seem to be failing, so she's going to run, throw herself at Vega in the tentacles, and she's going to attempt to free Vega so that Vega can do the most damage. So that would be... Is it just a contested grapple to ungrapple, or would...
You just need to make...
sword or something?
Just need to make a grapple check. So yeah, go for it.
I'm sure I've got cards for stuff, but I can't remember now. So,
did you not write them down?
No, because I'm clever. I got.
You got so many last session.
No, I only got 2 last session, and I've used.
Oh, that's a lot to me.
I know one of them. I just can't remember what the other one was. I think it was to do with saving throws, but hey ho. So that's a 14.
14 doesn't pass, unfortunately. As you grab onto this tail and try to like squeeze Vega out, you're like put against it. We can't seem to make it.
Cool.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I've got nothing else.
No Juarez then. That puts us at Elder Toad. No longer a toad, just an Elder Toad.
Just an elder. Cool. One thing I forgot from last game is that I've got my totem. I've got my totem out, which is the unicorn, the great big shining unicorn.
Yeah.
So I am going to use Healing Word. I think Malice is looking pretty not well.
Yep.
Flower, you're looking. I don't mean to be rude, but you look terrible, and I'm gonna do a Healing Word your way.
Thank you.
3rd level. Let's be nice, dice.
Oh, Emma, you are muted.
Sorry. Max healing. I have a card. Max healing physical source.
Absolute dankness.
So 12 plus 4, 16 in total to you. And everyone else, including Malice and me, gets 8 points of health from the unicorn.
Sweet. And that's max.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then for my action, how far away am I from this godforsaken statue?
Oh god, I've got to do the math again. 20. What did we say?
It was
25.
It was 60 feet from where I was. No, 65 feet from where I was. I've gone forward.
Yeah, so you are 25, 40 foot away.
Okay, right. Well, let's give Ilshalu something to hit. I'm going to use my last wild shape to... let's have another elephant in the room. Why not? There's 2 elephants. They're both leafy. One is itchy, one is not.
One watches.
Is the itch elephant like...
It's its trunk, isn't it?
Leg.
like
with its leg, like a duck.
There's like little mites just kind of like bouncing off it.
Oh no! Oh no!
So yeah, I'll rise up as the elephant.
Rise up.
Yeah, I'm pretty big, so I'll probably be looking eye to eye with Ilshalu.
Perfect. Ilshalu is holding off one elephant whilst crushing Vega in one tail, whilst like lashing out with their many heads, and they rise another hand from the ground, and these snakes appear around you all. Vega, Mal, I keep calling you Mal, Malice,
What's up, Mal?
Jamie, Elder Toad, and Leafy Elephant. Can you all make a Constitution saving throw? Pardon me.
Do they have my bonus?
Yeah, I think so.
There you go.
That's me.
+5 then. Thanks,
What's
Mal.
your aura rage?
It's not very far. 10 feet.
Oh, then no. No, because you're flying in the air, far away. You're at the side, aren't you? I thought it was like a 30-foot thing. I was like, yeah, 30 foot, I'll give it.
It's level 17, it expands to 30 feet.
Ah. Amazing. Yeah, sorry, guys. Just a regular Constitution saving throw for you all.
Nat 20
11.
for Elder Green.
Nat 20.
Sorry.
Well.
I was too excited.
Have a plus D12 after making a saving throw.
Ooh.
That's a very useful one for somebody. Okay. What did everybody else get?
18.
18?
11.
8.
So I think everyone bar Elder Toad. Did you roll for the elephant?
Yeah, 21 for the elephant.
The elephant and Elder Toad are fine. Everybody else takes 2d4 of piercing damage and are poisoned
Bite.
as they
I think one of your cards was succeed on a saving throw?
Oh,
But you commented to use that on the next con save.
I did. There we go.
You can choose to use that now.
Yes, I shall.
Sweet. So you do not take 6 points of piercing damage. Everybody else does, and are poisoned until the end of Ilshalu's turn.
I'm glad you did that because chat would have been screaming at me.
Excellent. And it really doesn't affect anyone again. Because it's the confusion spell thing, but it doesn't matter. It's just inconvenient. Anyway, that puts us at Reek, your turn.
Statue! I'm going to fly to the statue. Right. Are there any obvious weak spots, cracks that I can just like shove a sort of lightsaber in? Or is there like an obvious off switch? Just before I destroy it, it's like an obvious like turn the head and it turns off.
No, it seems like a pretty standard statue with a white face. And like the hands have the water pouring out of it. So presumably if you like cut the hands off.
I'm going to try and smash the face. The face is the thing that's different about this one, right?
Go for the face. Okay, you attack the face.
I'm gonna.
Do you roll?
I'm gonna.
I'm having strong need the bread until it's worthy moment. I'm sorry. In M's Flustered campaign, there was a statue, and the phrase to open it has not left my brain. It's still there. It's probably on the wiki, and it's in my head. I'm sorry. Carry on.
I got a 29 and a 24.
Oh, that definitely misses. Yeah, you hit it.
I forgot. I mean, I might as well use my spells. I'm going to cast Divine Favour as well as a bonus action, so I get an extra d4 to all my hits. And I'm going to smite twice. I mean, we're at the end of the campaign. Why not just kill the statue? Right.
Okay.
You ready?
Cool.
It's all radiant damage.
Paladin maths.
29. Oh, nope, that was the wrong one. 64 points of damage.
So, you like your first strike, you hit the head, and like a radiant explosion.
Straight through the face, preferably.
And but what annoys you is that you're like your blow is so quick and clean that it just like a lightsaber zoom, cuts off like a slice of the head, and you're like, no, the whole head needs to go. To which you like empower your sword even more with divine fury, and you hack at the head, but this time the radiant energy burns through the head, shattering the whole statue as it explodes in like a cacophony of rubble.
I feel good.
It's fair to say that there's no water source coming
Property
from it
damage.
anymore.
That's what I'm here for.
You hear Ilshalu scream out a blood-curdling scream. What have you done?
Property damage.
Excellent. Any bonus action? Is that everything?
I used everything. I actually, if I only used like say 15 feet of my movement to get there, I will fly back towards the party now.
You're gonna fly towards Ilshalu.
That is correct. I am going to fly towards Ilshalu.
And how much movement do you have?
I mean, if it depends how much I needed to get there, but in total I have 50.
So if it was 60 foot away from you at the start, you'd have used 10 foot to get.
I wasn't right next to Ilshalu.
No. But let's just
Ilshalu
make
was
it
closer to the statue than me.
Yeah, let's just make it easy. You've probably got like 30 foot, and it's 40 foot away. So you're 10 foot away from Ilshalu.
But also from the party who are now in my aura. Perfect.
The heads turn to you angrily.
That's all right now.
Ilshalu.
I've got hit points to burn.
Ilshalu is going to claw at Vega with advantage. Rolled 2 16s plus 11, so 27 to hit. Take 12 points of slashing damage and then further 3 points of poisoning damage, Vega. The tail will let you go as it turns, trying to coil around. Will a 19 hit you, Reek?
Yeah, just.
Oh, okay. So you are grappled and considered restrained. Jamie, you drop as the tail loosens around you, around Vega. You take. What's that? 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nothing.
And then one of the heads will strike out at you with advantage.
Divine Favor is still up at this point.
What does that mean?
That's the spell I cast to get extra damage.
Okay, cool. Checking your concentration. Thank you very much. 29 to hit.
Yes.
And you take a further... Oh, fuck. I've never done that. I rolled 4 d12s. I got 3 12s and 1 11. So that's 36, 47 points of damage.
Fine, still up.
As 4 heads just start battering at you. Ilshalu's presence, because there's so many heads looking so many different directions. Ilshalu's presence, you feel, is sort of attached to you, Reek, and you hear you hear, "You will suffer," and then it is Malice's turn.
Oh, how is Ilshalu looking?
Ilshalu's looking rough.
Okay.
They're not used to this. They're not used to this level of, combat.
Okay. And am I still hastened?
Yes. Jamie's not taking any damage, have you?
I did just take some damage, but no, it's still fine.
Yes.
One thing I've consistently rolled fine on is constitution checks, apparently, for my concentration.
Nice.
Perfect.
And I'm going to give this snake-trocity, that didn't work. I'm going to just smack them with...
Smack them real good.
Going to smack them real good with their own axe 3 times.
Perfect.
Yep, that's fine. Nothing below a 20 again.
Go for it.
And that. Oh, okay. So...
I need to stop muting myself. Can I, as Malice is coming in with the axe, be like, "No, I think you're going to suffer."
Okay, nice.
54 points of damage, please.
Holy moly. Oucha. Yes. You start to tear into Ilshalu, burrowing your way into her thick tail, just hacking away, almost like a buzzsaw into this thick hide. They scream out in pain, lashing around, claws flying, snakes writhing, tail, tightening around Reek. Oh, they don't like this. They don't like this at all. Elephant. Turn. And the riot, your comrades will deal another 10 damage. Oh, did you have any bonus actions? Sorry, Malice.
Oh, good question. One sec.
No.
Everything is going. No, don't think I do. I'm good.
Perfect. I'm going to use a legendary action to do some more snaky hair attacks against Reek. with a 21.
Yeah,
That'll hit. How are you looking, Reek?
I'm not going to tell you that. If you were using the encounter tracker, you'd be able to see.
Which I don't, because I don't like to feel. Oh God. I don't like to feel. 5, 16, 20, 24 points of damage.
Everyone say it with me. Reek is unconscious.
Excellent.
How much were you unconscious?
By 13.
Damn it. No, I could have given you a shield if it would help, but it wouldn't be enough.
Reek's body slumps as the snakes continue to batter into the constricted grasp. It's almost like they're kind of going that with you.
Do what, Niall?
Yeah.
You brought that one on yourself, babe. That was all you.
That make a gif.
If you're on Twitch chat and you enjoyed that, you can do with that whatever you will.
This will be the second gift that's being made of me in a D&D session. Oh no, nobody's got onto the one from Strix, have they? The one of me with the glasses, with the sunglasses
I need to
turning
send,
around.
I'll put that in the Discord.
The video of me, fucking hell. Don't. Anyway. Here we are. Making mistakes every day. What does the Elefante do? The itchy Elefante.
The itchy elephant, I think, will be confused about the life choices the elephant's taken so far as itchy, and we'll just begin stomping in a kind of frustrated way towards Ilshalu. Let's see if it hits. Would any of these elephants be flanking at this point? I'm just wondering, because that's a lot of heft.
They would have been.
I mean, Itchy wouldn't have the wherewithal to flank, I don't think.
Well, then no.
Elder Green might, but Itchy wouldn't.
I was like, yeah. So you're like, but they wouldn't. No.
That's fine. 19 to stomp.
That'll hit.
For stomp. Right, let's go.
So the elephant pulls out some garbage lids and starts beating on it rhythmically.
That would be 18 plus 6.
That
24.
will hit. Is that damage?
That's damage. So the to hit was 19 and the damage is 24.
Nice. Yeah, the hit and the damage both succeed. Excellent.
And I think that is all Itchy the elephant can do.
Thank
Itchy
you
the
very
elephant.
One to itch for me and you. They'll use another legendary action to turn their attention to Malice, who has caused quite a stir.
Oh no.
But I do believe that a 14 will not hit.
No, it will not.
These snake heads start to pile down on you, but you manage to move out of the way, ducking and weaving with your axe. It is now, Vega, your turn.
Cool. So I'm still flying. I'm not restrained anymore. But so, who's kind of around nearby?
I'm right next to you.
You're right next to me.
I was hanging off you.
And how squishy or how squished are you looking currently?
Pretty squished, but once again, don't worry about me.
Okay.
I've got to
Reek
get
is
out.
currently unconscious.
I am going to. I will kind of fly down next to Jamie. I would like to use my bait and switch ability to swap places with Jamie, and
Good one.
I get to roll a thing.
You throw Jamie up into the air. Jamie's like, I can't fly.
Oh, that's where I put it. There.
Just a soupy die. I think it's D10.
Yep. So I get to add
Soupy die.
my
Some
die.
good soupy die.
Go on, roll something good.
I command it.
6. So my armor class goes up to 24. And I will from
is it not
there.
The AC of is it not the AC of the person you switch with?
It's either.
Oh, interesting.
So I've got myself in between Jamie.
I feel like
and
Thomas really liked you within the Warriors of Waterdeep.
What can I say? I'm very
why
likable.
you got it. Yeah, that's another player would have just taken the AC for themselves.
To be fair, when I was doing it in Reaping as well, Emma benefited.
What can I say? I'm just really likable.
It's a curse, really.
So, I'll take my 2 attacks. So the first one is an 18 to hit.
18
Second one,
will hit.
the second one is a 25 to hit.
You know what? Actually, is it an 18 in total?
Sorry?
Is it an 18 in total, yeah?
Yeah.
Can you minus a d4 from that one? And then the 24, can you roll with disadvantage?
Right, now
so I was rolling it with advantage. So the 18 becomes a 15.
So the 18 becomes a 15, and then this. Can you just roll the second one at disadvantage?
Right. So it becomes a new flat roll.
No. The card takes over. Just becomes disadvantage. It's cruel.
Oh, well, in that case, that's a 25.
Absolute excellence. Roll damage.
So that's... I also rolled my bonus unarmed strike, and that was only... I didn't hit.
Okay. All right, you can have that one hit then. I'll use my final card to succeed on an attack.
Okay, cool. So that's 10.
So you get 2 hits then.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then that one. Nice. 23.
Excellent. And how do you... So you leap in for the first attack, and Ilshalu wriggles out the way, and then how do you land the last 2?
So they just, if he wriggles out of the way, I kind of spin around, and actually it's my unarmed strike is a kick, and then I spin again and bring the spear in again and slash at his side.
You slash open at Ilshalu's side, and they roar out in pain. And their grip around Reek loosens, and the whole body shakes and almost like crumples down into itself in a screaming, hellish agony that echoes very similarly to how the voice has throughout this entire room. And the body writhes in pain and starts flicking around. You almost have to move out of the way for fear of being whipped. And this green liquid, similar to the green that has been used for a lot of the magical effects, this green liquid starts to pour out of the side of Ilshalu. This is the first time, I suppose, that you've seen blood. And the form of the large snake heads and the large reptilian bodies start to wither and crack and start to break as more liquid pours out. The color within the scales starts to drain. It crumples to the ground, completely dead. And that's when you can hear this slight rustling of like tissue paper, like in shoeboxes. That sound. And from the gash and this green liquid dripping down, a hand finds its way out and starts. And the body, naked, falls out. Human looking, but the eyes look up and you see the green eyes. And Ilshalu, the Undying, is withered and emaciated and drained of all power and pain. And they stand, their short black hair falling maniacally across their face. and they limber up to you, Vega, and they're like, "You know not what you've done." And they hold on to your chest.
From the floor where I'm like unconscious, and just be like, someone should probably kill him again.
I actually kind of hold him up a bit, grab him by the shoulders.
They're like, their hands grab your face aggressively, but their hands are too weak to actually deal damage. You can tell that they're trying to claw your face off, but they can't because they're just so weak. And they look at you and they look.
I tried to do this differently. You didn't give us much of a choice.
I was going to be magnificent. And then they drop dead in your arms.
I will quite gently lower down and lay the body on the ground.
Beautiful. And that is where we'll take a break. Thank you very much. We'll be about 10-15 minutes. We'll be about 10-15 minutes. And then we'll see you back then. Ciao.
I've spent my life studying the enigma of dragonkind. What drives them, where to find them, the power they command. I've watched them build and topple whole societies. And I've seen the truth behind their treacherous words. They can be cold and callous. Some are outright savage, while others are more calculated in their ruinous pursuits. No matter their motivations, whatever fuels their primal rage, it is my responsibility to protect the citizens of Faerun from these dragons. Tell me, Dragon Slayer, will you join us?
We are delighted to be sponsored by HeroForge. HeroForge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. HeroForge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of the collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, Check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop ! Code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We are also supported by Warriors of Waterdeep. Take your team of warriors on a quest spanning the Forgotten Realms, all on your mobile. Power up your teams with items, work with your guild to defeat hordes of enemies, and test your mettle in the arena. And to make all of that work, you need gems! As we frequently say, the hunt for gems is real. Pop !WOW gems into chat for a link to collect free gems and get yourself that nice sword you've been looking at, or revive your heroes against a deadly foe. Download link !Warriors of Waterdeep in chat.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets with an ! Characters in Twitch chat below.
check out our wonderful supporters Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
Welcome back to part 2 of the final part of Into the Wastelands, the Eternal Army. Our heroes have slain the Ilshalu, the Undying. What an idiot, am I right? No? Alright.
Poorly named.
Fuck you. Oh, fuck you. Alright, amazing. Ilshalu, being held within Vega's arms, has been put to rest, I guess. Just purely
Still unconscious
dead.
on the floor. Just reminding everyone, still there, lying on the floor.
Yep, I'm coming.
Presumably you want to heal. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to get M to roll for I'll roll 3 saving throws now.
I'll roll one. Do you want me to roll one? I can roll one.
All right. If you
I passed.
Sweet. Roll another. I'm joking. I'm
Also passed. If I roll another one, I'll be stable.
fine. Roll another.
My dice love me. That's another pass.
There we go.
I'm still
You know what?
dropping.
Yeah, there was a really awful thing that if Ilshalu had been alive for your turn, the start of your turn.
Yeah, it would have squeezed. It's 2 auto
Yeah.
fails.
Yeah, and that's just a thing.
What would have happened? Sorry?
It was squeezed automatically,
Oh, okay.
which would have been M said. Auto squeeze. It's not me, it's the auto squeeze.
It's fine.
Anyways.
Elder Green went before me, so it was never going to
Sorry,
happen.
who?
Elder Green.
Who?
The actual name Liz chose for their character.
Do you
Elder
mean
Green.
Elder Toad?
No, that's not what I mean.
I know not of this Elder Green that you speak of.
Elder
Maybe
Toad,
from a
Juniper Lime
foreign
Tree.
land. Thank
Yes.
you.
Elder Green Toad Juniper Lime Tree.
We'll go with that. Anyway, I'm going to drop my elephant Elder Toad Elder Green form. I'm now Elder Toad Green, and I'm going to rock up to Reek. Our Reek, you look all right. You're currently not bleeding out.
I'm doing fine.
Come on, and I will just give you a second
Just
level
give me
cure
like
wounds.
2 seconds. I'll be up again.
Second level cure wounds, and we'll all get 8 HP as a result. And that 8 HP is also added to you as well, Reek. Your cure wounds. 17.
Oh, nice.
Well, Zoxa says from the back. It seems
I
you
want to play
have.
my fortuitous circumstance card.
Okay. Is there any particular way you want this to work out, or you're just like Niall? It's
I've got a
fuck
card to
you.
use.
Gratuitously, the elephant sits on Zoxa, saving you an awkward interaction.
Yeah. Zoxa says, well, seems you have inadvertently ruined our mission.
What was your mission?
To safely secure that. And she points to the statue that you have completely fucking obliterated.
I don't know who did that.
Sorry about that.
I watched you do
Really? I don't remember.
It seems you have taken too many snakes to the head.
No. Or you could have just spoken up and, voiced the fact that you didn't want that to happen. So.
Why did you want?
We don't usually expect people to go around charging and destroying statues. So.
Well, that truly means it's
Well, you saw what happened, so I don't think we had much of an option.
Why does this feel like the first conversation where they were like, oh, you killed the person? We didn't expect you to do that.
Honestly, we're an adventuring party. You have to expect that everything in our path, good and bad, is going to be destroyed.
The were-tiger from the door says, guys, I think you might want to take a look outside.
Go look outside.
Yeah.
His tiger ears shooting off to the outside. His tiger ears are actually snakes. They're everywhere. So, you step out to the top of this ziggurat, and that's when you can start to hear the screaming. Along down the ziggurat where the water has stopped flowing, there are like a bunch of people, but the UNT have you like catch a glimpse of one UNT as their face seems to be like peeling off, the scales like dropping off, and they return to their normal form, which is that of an elf. Another one returns to the form of a human, another one returns to the form of a halfling or a gnome, and different types of races. You can see the people who were once under the influence of the UNT trying to run away. But what really strikes you as worrying is the gigantic tidal wave forming in the distance, slowly encompassing the land. And everywhere you look, this tidal wave seems to be climbing up the mountain.
I look over at Zoxa, or turn to Zoxa. Do you know how to get out of this place?
Well, the book said that you had to attune to the fountain, and then you would have control over the demiplane.
We don't want control over the demiplane. We just want to leave.
No. And I think that's the problem.
Right.
That's mending.
Can I sit and think at the statue?
And this bit to that bit, and that bit to that bit.
Let's just think at it. I mean, if it's that powerful, it'll still be fine. Most of it's
Excellent.
there.
Is that what you're trying to do?
I'm going to sit and think at the statue.
I'm just going to head over to Malice and be like, Flower, I don't suppose you've got another boat wrapped up in that cloak you've got somewhere?
Let's find out.
I mean, that thing's massive out there, so...
Flicker, you can come out of the wall now.
It starts to rain from the skies.
Pull
And
out
Flicker-
another 2 mastiffs.
You hear...
Just what we needed. Oh no, what have you done?
Oh, God.
That's another 2 lives.
I didn't choose them. I'm sorry, I did choose you. You are wonderful little... You are the best boys.
Okay, highs or lows?
Lows.
Okay, highs or lows?
Highs.
Excellent. As you like throw out these 2 dogs, the first one again, scraggly looking, just and then runs out of the ziggurat. As per the first one, in the distance you hear another like that, and the dog starts to run off. On a distance on a tree, you can see that first scraggly dog just balancing, wild-eyed, like a mountain goat. The second Mastiff comes out, like, paws out, and then sits next to you and looks at you. And you can see in its eyes loyalty. Fealty.
Good boy. Your name shall be Minion.
Woof.
So is this like what normally happens to adventurers when they, do all this, take down the big evil thing, and then they win? Is this like the normal outcome?
I don't know, because when they win, the books always stop.
Exactly. Mainly because a lot of the adventure stories are greatly exaggerated. They usually do stupid shit like you have done.
Someone just like put some tape over their mouth.
It's incredibly rude. The West Tiger looks at you and is like...
How's the thinking going?
I'm thinking real hard. Can I also think at Timora at the same time? I'm going to think at the statue. I'm also going to think at Timora. Like, come on, Timora. We've been in nothing worse than this.
What would you consider good luck and what would you consider bad luck on your coin? Like, is heads good luck?
Yeah, so heads is Timora and tails is Beshara generally.
Sweet. So when you flip your coin, which is usually how you do these things, right?
Yes.
As it lands heads up.
Okay, I'm going to continue thinking at the statue. Timora thinks it's a good idea.
Then the coin automatically flips over in your hand.
Magna thinks it's a good idea. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know who Timora is.
Very good save. Very good save.
She maybe doesn't think that thinking at the statue is a good idea. Maybe we should do something else. Like,
Flicker comes out as well and is like, oh my god, what have you done?
It wasn't me. I don't know how this happened.
People are being washed away before your very eyes as the ziggurat, as people are trying to like just climb above this. And what starts to happen is almost like the rain is filling up the world in a way.
I'm going to try for another rowboat.
And then lightning starts to crack down and gouts of water seem to be just falling from the sky itself.
I'm going to go to the pool that was around the statue. I want to get into the pool and swim down. How deep is it? What's in there? I want to try and find an exit to this world.
No worries. The
logic being, if that's ultimately where the water was coming in, then it's coming from somewhere.
You leap into the pool and land shin deep. Before you know it, you just feel this rush of water take you. And usually when you're underwater, you can see things like each other and you know what's going on. But your vision is slightly blurred from movement, almost like a whirlpool. I don't know why. It's just turned into like Dracula for a second. A whirlpool floats around you.
One whirlpool. Two whirlpool.
Shit. A whirlpool starts to form around you. And you can breathe. And you feel yourself being weightless within this water. And then the ground becomes solid underneath you. And the water flushes away as you are stood with hundreds of people, all from the demiplane within the gardens of Arkenhurst, next to the statues in the forests.
Just Vega?
Have we just watched
all of you?
All right.
Oh,
okay.
all together.
And I would like to add that I am now holding a silver coffer of 500 gold pieces.
Yes.
I am rich.
Are we dry? Because if we're not, Jamie's going to immediately run over to Elder Toad and like precipitation of what water.
You are like damp, but the sun from Arkenhasa
does
start to dry.
Jamie knows that Elder Toad ain't too fan of
Yeah, I'll be inside my shell at that point.
Yeah, she's going to run over and immediately like clear you of you're dry, you're dry, you're dry.
Thank you, Sugar Plum.
As you say that, this great croaking occurs in your head. And you hear, where have you been? I've been trying to talk to you for a long time, but I haven't seen you.
Oh, it's you, the Swampalage. Oh, hello. Oh, it's been forever.
Hello, Elder Green. I have missed you greatly.
I've missed your voice more than you could imagine.
Oh, thank you. Where have you been? I can smell Elvish on you.
Oh. I don't think I can smell Elvish on me, but so right. So you came to me and you said, you know what, Elder Green, you're to be the balanced person. Let me transport you to somewhere where you'll be helpful. And then this woman showed up with the face that was porcelain, and then I ended up in a city called Arkan Harassa. And there was a lot going on. People wanted us to fight things, which we did, and we killed them, but they didn't like that. And there was one, and I'm going to go on and just do the entire plot line so far. Anyway,
style.
so anyway, Jamie, she came across to me, I now called Jamie Sugarplum, and she made sure that I was nice and dry, and then you started talking to me, so...
I've been promoted.
Amazing. Oh, well... That is rather confusing. No, you weren't meant to be in the material plane at all. I was trying to send you to a different part of the Feywild.
Oh, right, okay. Whereabouts?
Oh, somewhere else in Mercandor.
Oh, okay. Well...
It's a very casual conversation.
We get on, me and the Swampalid.
It's totally baffling. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I hope that I've done you proud, and thank you, by the way, for, making sure I wasn't where I was before.
It's okay. There's been some weird goings on, but we shall get to the bottom of it together.
I'll look forward to it.
That voice starts to disappear in the croak.
I'll make that noise as well as we kind of cut off. That's like our Roger. That's our over and out.
I love this idea that the Swampalid slowly goes like cross-eyed as they croak.
Really?
Like flushed away. In a saying, McKellen flushed away.
I'll kind of blink and look at Jamie and say, "Oh, I'm sorry if I just sort of cut out there. My patron, the Swampalid, lovely dragon toad. They just wanted to chat, I think, just to make sure I was okay. Apparently I wasn't meant to come here, but here I am, and well, there we are."
He didn't mention a person being replaced with you at all?
He said something wasn't meant to happen, so maybe it wasn't meant to happen. I think it had something to do with, the statue that Reek may or may not have broken.
She definitely broke it, I saw.
Drusilda, I think her name was. I think Drusilda might have had something to do with it, but I know gods can be fickle. If she's any sort of god, then perhaps she had a bone to pick with either me or Veracity.
Well, we're all alive and we succeeded, I guess. Is this the bit where you go to the tavern and get drunk and celebrate?
Never been to a tavern, but I'd love to try.
I've never been drunk before, but I'm willing to give it a try.
Should we go to the tavern, Reek?
Jonas leans in and is like, "It's all right. Give or take."
Can we go to a tavern that's not full of RC Godborn now?
Well, I think we might have to get rid of the Godborn first.
Well, yeah, let's get rid of the Godborn. That's Itchy Cheeks.
Itchy is still an elephant.
It's Itchy Cheeks.
Oh. What? Does that last? How long does that last?
It's an hour. It's an hour.
Oh.
Can we? Could we do that tomorrow?
Well, yeah. I'm just like when you succeed in an adventure, I'm not entirely sure what you do after this.
This is the part where I usually run away, but
most
no one's chasing me with pitchforks this time.
Yeah. Most people are dead. Usually we have to go hide somewhere.
What? Sorry, it's just the image of like every big bad, has been defeated. Like at the end of Lord of the Rings, like, Sauron's finally defeated, and then there's an orc like, oh no, and then some like human with a pitchfork's like, get out of here, orc! Oh no!
Yeah, that's about right.
That's what happens, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
What are the others doing? The rivals. What are they up to?
Well,
Other
I was
than
about to
victory?
say, Zoxa, what was supposed to be your payment for retrieving that statue?
My dealings with the Count are of understanding. I work for him because he allows me to attain the chance at the glory. After defeating your mother in battle, I feel like I hadn't really reached what I needed yet. I searched the world for opponents worthy of a fight with me. And I hope that one day I will die gloriously as your mother did.
I hope that for you too. That's what she wants.
She nods at you. Because I think you've known each other long enough to have an understanding. What about yourself?
I think... Sorry, but just out of character.
No.
I think Zox is a little bit older and probably helped train Vega to some extent, or certainly was in her last year of high school, when Vega was starting high school, that kind of vibe.
Definitely someone to look up to.
Mm-hmm. So yes, it's a very kind of conflicted set of feelings at this point.
She puts a hand on your shoulder and she says, what about yourself? What is Vega after?
Well, I'm not sure seeking glory is what I want to do anymore. I'm not sure it's for me, but I'll have to find some kind of life to make for myself, I suppose, with the skills that I have.
It'd be hard to find work with the skills you have that don't involve glory. And she smiles like a knowing grin, and then turns to the Theros and is like, "Can you dry me? I don't like being wet." And he's like, yes. Just presses, after digitating himself, he presses digitate Zoxa and the rest of the gang. But the rest of them congregate and seem to be chatting amongst themselves. Flicker comes over to you guys and he's like, a lot of the people are asking what to do, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit confusing because a lot of them are new and we're pretty sure they're the ones that was trying to sacrifice a lot of us.
Ew.
But it's hard to tell which ones are which now because there were so many different hamlets. Does that make sense?
I think Flicker uses they them pronouns.
Yeah. Sorry, did I refer to it as him? They. Sorry, thank you. But yeah, they're like a lot of the UNT now look like the rest of us, and well, it's hard to tell which ones are which now.
Funny enough, I feel like Malice may have use for a load of people without a home who may need direction. Just a thought.
Why? Do you have a kingdom or something?
Not yet. But a kingdom is made with people. We will found a new empire of evil. Equality.
Sorry, there's old habits die hard sometimes.
Yes, democratically elected evil leaders.
Flicker just looks at you, and their face is just like...
Ignore
just
the
like,
evil part for now.
Okay, I'm going to pretend like I didn't hear any of that and give you the benefit of the doubt. Look, a lot of people here only speak Draconic, and the ones that spoke Common are probably going to pretend they can only speak Draconic as well because they don't want to be outed as, I try to kill your partner and eat his heart, which I think's fair, really. But look, where are we?
We're in the gardens of Arkanhasa.
What does that mean? Like, where? What is this place?
This is the city that is being occupied by an invading force, and that asked us to come and deal with Ilshalu.
Right. Okay. Well,
the deal was that once we dealt with them, then they would leave the city. I don't know. It's not for me or any of us to say if you can stay or not. I'm sorry.
No, that's sorry. Well, I don't know. Maybe you should talk to the people you may have to deal with.
That's where, yes, that's my intention now.
All right, I'll try to keep everyone calm. And they look at you again, Malice, just with a bit of a shifty look. They're like, try not to indoctrinate anyone, right?
I'm not trying to indoctrinate anyone.
All right, evil overlord.
I'm trying to be a force.
Says Malice with his serpentine eyes.
Serpentine
that's...
Or is it just one?
Oh, right, yeah.
That's, well, actually, here's your choice. As Ilshalu died, and the power seemed to dissipate around the world, let's just say it's happening now. You can feel that residual energy humming through Shanae. And you have a choice. You can either let Shanae become part of you, or you can just wield Shanae.
I don't particularly fancy becoming a snake person in front of the people who were literally just held captive by snake people and sacrificed by snake people. So it doesn't seem to be good timing to become a snake person right now.
But you might get a following from the people who want snake people. So it's,
That
do
is
it. Go on, Evie, do it.
It's snakes and ladders, isn't it?
Last
Really?
episode.
I'm going to roll for it. I feel like that's right in a game that we are rolling for.
Leave it up to the dice gods. What's the result?
The next big bad.
I'm a snake person.
I can't
Shit, I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that at all. I nearly spat everywhere. Okay. So you're like, Ilshalu is dead. The king is dead. Long live the king! And this green energy bursts forth from Shanae as it wraps around you, very similar to how this like green liquid formed out of Ilshalu the Undying. This green energy starts to wrap its way around Malice to the point where the form disappears, and what is replaced when it soaks in and dies down is a UNT stood tall and proud. Would you like to describe your like UNT form? Like you can go crazy. Like you still can have all like you can be as small as like, your skin is scaled, or you don't even have scales, you just have the eyes and look like a regular human, or you can be like, I'm a snake.
I'm going to say that, okay, I'm going weird. It's like uncanny is what I'm going for here. Like I'm still humanoid, but I'm now about 7 feet tall because my body is the snaky bit, and then just kind of longer arms and legs with claws, but with snaky eyes.
Beautiful.
And controversially, I'm keeping my long ass hair. This snake has hair.
Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And that is the form of your Lord and Savior. Oh, your Lord and Conqueror?
And my voice has changed now. I've just decided.
Okay.
A decision has been made.
Oh.
Everything all right, Flower?
I've never felt better.
I'm just going to do a cheeky little healing word just to see if I can fix it. I'm going to try and do it on the sly so Liz can't see.
What's the healing word?
Please be okay, Flower. Please be okay. I'm saying it quietly, and it's actually quite loud because it's a 7. Please be all right, Flower. Flower, be all right, please.
These like magical frogs start to like pitter patter across you. Obviously, I think you're not at full health, so you regain 7 hit points. Yeah.
No, I've not rolled the actual. That was my stealth check. Healing word, you do get 12 HP back.
Ooh, thank you.
So you feel bolstered.
It is okay, Elder Toad. It's still me. It's still Malice. I'm just snaky now.
All right, okay.
You guys make a perception check or an insight check.
I was going to say, can I make an insight check? 22.
For insights.
14.
I was like, nah. Anybody roll perception?
Jamie shall.
Okay.
Still at disadvantage.
I'm
still exhausted.
But pulling it off.
That's a 6.
Cool. Vega, you know that this is Malice. Malice has made this choice. Malice is in control of Malice's actions.
So you have Ilshalu's power, but the spirit seems to be gone.
Apparently. I'm just getting used
Even
to
so,
the tongue.
Maybe it would be best if you didn't come to speak to the king with us.
It's okay. I can be cool.
I'm not worried about you being cool, but the king might not be.
Just do an innocent sideways blink.
They wouldn't give the axe to Malice in the first place.
Which king?
The king of the army.
That's not helpful. They've both got armies.
The one that asked us to kill Ilshalu.
The one who was
If we bring
Aaron.
someone that has the power of Ilshalu and is now a large stake person,
I see.
bring
what
them
you
back
mean.
in front of them.
Theros looks at you all and is like, oh, come on. You don't think that this one has suddenly become as powerful as the one we fought in there? Look at them. They're just a bit taller.
Not yet.
They've got a magical axe. The axe was probably cursed or something. This has nothing to do with Ilshalu the Undying.
It's Ilshalu's axe.
Bold statement.
No, I'm just saying that, it'd be pretty racist to have a problem with me now.
I don't think the king of the Eternal Army is above a little bit of racism.
That's true. He's an asshole.
Everybody's a little bit racist today.
Well,
I'm
That's
most
the Eternal
recognizable. I'll
Armies.
hunch and put a thing over my head.
They did admit that they were very behind in lots of things, so...
Oh, they did actually, didn't they? Yeah. Or what
Economically terrible.
Or what we could do after 8 hours, Flower, if you would permit me to, I could change your form into something else. So you could look like a pack horse, or perhaps I don't know, maybe a little frog.
A tree frog would be awesome.
You could be like Kenneth.
Awesome.
Awesome. It could be totally awesome.
I was gonna ask, Malcontent, are you being quite, I don't know, charismatic with your new form? Were you sort of swinging your new swake form?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm feeling myself.
All right. Can you make me just a general, either persuasion or performance check, whichever you feel?
Okay, let's see if I actually have anything in either of those. They're both +0. So.
Perfect.
Oh, wasn't they the 15?
Cool. Excellent. So, what do y'all do next?
Guess let's go finish this thing. See what rewards the adventurers get for succeeding in their tasks.
Perfect. So, you head off to the main keep to find Amina. As you're passing through, Malice, a female elf, grabs your hand and then walks by you as you are passing through the crowd. You feel something within your palm.
I would like to stealthily look at it.
Yeah. You move to the back of the group.
I'm hoping it's not her phone number.
And you open the paper that's been folded in your hands, and written upon it says, "Hail Malice. Do not hide your form, and we can find you."
That's one.
She said
we can find you. Yeah.
Mm.
It begins.
Excellent. So you head up to the keep, and there are a couple of Eternal Army members. You notice one of them has taken most of their armor off. They're wearing a buckler, maybe, on their arm. And you see them fixing some of the walls and doors that they'd been previously damaging. And there's a bit more of a casualness to the conversation that they're having. They spot you as they're walking back. And one of them looks at the large snake person now and is like, huh. And then they continue back to their conversation. And then you make it to the main keep. Amina is sat at the throne talking with Kron and Itara, and sees you all. He beckons you forward. And says, "So, what did you find?"
We found out Ilshalu and we defeated him. Then.
Turns out he's not undying.
How has Ilshalu survived for so long?
Absolute mystery. Nobody knows. Very strange that the whole thing just crumbled when she died.
Roll a deception check.
I succeed. Have one last card.
Spicy.
It seemed like somehow she had connected herself to the demiplane she was in, and she powered it and it powered her, I suppose.
They were hidden in a demiplane.
Quite the extensive army of UNT. But they all disappeared as well, as far as we can tell.
This one is wearing your friend's armor. Am I to assume that you have taken on the path of a UNT?
Sacrifices were made. I'm not mad about it.
Reaching for godhood can be quite dangerous.
I never said I was reaching for godhood, but it was early days yet.
Amina smiles. We'll see.
We shall.
The king stands up, and his armor, very similar to the rest of the Eternal Army's armor, starts to form around him magically, like it appears Iron Man-like. Infinity War style. And then, but it still has like the crown pieces, and the pauldrons are a little bit bigger, and the gauntlets are a little bit bigger. And he starts to descend from Rolvuk's throne and says, well, seems our deal is concluded. You're welcome to your city back. You will be treated as heroes, no doubt. And maybe we'll see you again. And this large blinding light, just like the sun appears from behind him, and you have to shield your eyes slightly, just as you would from a kind of a flashbang. And the Eternal Army start filtering through this wormhole. He turns around and leads first. Kron looks at you all and gives you a gentle nod, and Hitara looks at you and gives a little smile, as slowly but surely the Eternal Army holding this room, holding court, leave. And then the whole palace is empty again, apart from you.
Where do you think they go?
Just about to ask the same thing.
Some other plane of existence, I suppose. I hope.
Do you think they're going to go and take another city and do what they did here, just somewhere else?
More than likely, yes.
Well,
Are you a snake now, Malice?
Kinda.
Cool.
Got a bit of a lisp. I've noticed you've developed one.
No, I think you're imagining it.
Maybe it's just punctuation. Maybe I'm just getting that wrong. Okay.
I imagine when the shape of your mouth changes, it will affect your voice somewhat.
Has anybody seen the actual king?
Well, he wasn't here. He's not here.
He's
still in the encampment that they made.
I suppose
That's where you left him.
I suppose we should go out of the city and tell everybody that they can return to their homes.
But I mean, I can cover that. I can go see my family and tell them all to come back.
Does your family know quite a few other people? Would they be able to spread the word? And
well, yeah, we're all Arakocra, so can fly.
That's a very good point.
That's good.
Apart from Uncle Larry, who's a Kenku.
We don't talk about Larry.
We don't talk about Larry.
The Cochrane family has a black crow in the family.
Well, look, sometimes he just says really weird things, and then it rains. So
does he just sort of repeat words that he said before, though? So does he just say it in different accents, like "It's going to rain"?
No, using other people's voices. It's pretty cool.
What about you, Elder Green? Do you know how to get home?
Well, the Swampalid kind of left that out of the conversation, but I feel like I'm meant to sort of be where I was meant to go, even though it's not really the place that the Swampalid initially thought I should be going. Yes, Reek.
What's a Swampalid? I meant to ask you earlier, but...
Oh, Swampalid. Swampalid's a protector of Merkandrobog. He's this sort of very big dragon toad. Some people worship the Swampalid, others revere the Swampalid, but he's very, very nice. Big glowing eyes, kind of like mine. And I think he helped me not be quite as dead as I was before.
That does sound like a good thing.
Well, I hope so.
I could check if you want. Make sure you're not undead.
Is it best not knowing? Elder Green's going to have a little moment of like, the world is revolving inside Elder Green's mind.
I mean, it doesn't matter either way, does it? You're still you.
Well, I think we'd best be sure. Do you want to just check?
Divine sense.
That's fair. I mean, I guess you pick up. Does it count for Fae as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Then you'd pick up
I
like.
think it depends on what type of paladin you are. Hang on.
Oh, does it?
I just get celestial fiends or undead.
Then no celestial fiends are undead anymore.
Just regular old Elder Green. Oh, well, that's good, I think.
From what I've seen, Elder Green, you're anything but regular.
Thank you, Vega. That's very kind of you.
I do mean it as a compliment. Sorry.
No, sorry. Elder Green gives you a slight side eye, but then thinks better of it, and then knows that you are telling the truth. Absolutely. Which reminds me, Malice, Flower. How's our Kenneth? Because we had quite a lot of fights there, and you've still got Kenneth.
I take Kenneth out of like a tucked away little pocket, and just kind of there, like. Aww.
Would you like to keep Kenneth?
Kenneth?
Let me just check with Kenneth.
Would you like to stay with me?
I'm going to use my staff to speak with animals and have a chat with Kenneth. Right then, our Kenneth. It's time that we have a chat.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, so our Malice, right. Our Malice is going through quite a change at the moment. Adjusting, and I know you've been getting on. You've been quite happily sitting up on Malice's shoulder.
It's a very comfy shoulder.
I know, and I was hoping you might want to stay with him to guide him along the right path.
Show him the way.
Aye,
The balance of all things and that.
that's it. You know,
Yeah.
the way of the swamp lid needs to be maintained. So
Aye.
if you could just give Malice the odd sort of nudge with your head.
Well, in fairness,
Aye.
Malice is looking a little bit more toad-like.
Reptilian, if you will.
Yeah, if that's the word. I don't know. I'm just a frog.
Don't put yourself down, Kenneth.
No. I love being a frog. It's great. There's a lot of benefits to it. Fast swimmer.
We can jump right high as well, can't you?
Very, very good at jumping.
Them back legs, Kenneth. Do your wonders.
Yeah. Exactly. And a wonderful sense of humour.
That's it.
But yeah. I think if you need a little eye on this one, and old Swampy is up for it, I'll stick it out. I'll stick it out with Malice. Yeah.
Stay with our Flower.
Yeah. Can he talk to animals?
I'm not sure. He can talk to snakes. Or snake people, at least. So.
Well, maybe I'll have to learn how to speak snake then.
Or maybe. You might be able to take a night class or something. It depends where Malice is going.
Well, it seems like there's a lot of tongue in the dialect. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, there's a lot of hissing. If you just say whatever you want and put a hiss at the end, apparently that works.
You're right.
Oh, thank you.
That sound like a snake.
Does Malice understand that?
No.
However, now that I am part Yuan-Ti, I can cast Speak with Animals.
Oh,
Hey.
nice.
Well, we'll figure it out, I'm sure. But yeah, in the meantime, maybe I'll have to use my legs and create like leg signals.
Yeah, I mean, just do what you used to do with Michelle. One kick
right.
for yes,
And then
two kicks for no, and it's all right, isn't it?
I was going to say, and then again, basic instincts.
Right then, our Kenneth, look after that one.
Will do.
Right. Malice, Flower, Kenneth is more than happy to stay with you. And if you can do what I've just done, you can maybe have a chat with him one day.
Hang on 1 second. I can't speak with animals. Hello, Kenneth.
You're right.
Oh, you're speaking.
I think actually you're just hearing. I've been speaking the old time.
Oh, I need to listen more.
Well, I think it's it's probably a very good way to look at things. Listening is the first part of doing anything really. Hiss.
Nice.
Need to work on your pronunciation.
Oh, sorry.
Pretty good.
Cheers. and he just leaps from your hand onto your shoulder, and he's like, "Now, onto other things and better things. What's the plan?"
Take over the Underdark. We'll figure it out.
All right. What's that?
We'll find out.
Oh, sweet. Amazing. Whilst Malice and Kenneth figure out how to take over the underworld.
Starting point.
Do what we do every day.
Workshop
Malice try to take over the Underdark. What are the rest of you guys going to do? You're going to try to head out the city and head back to the encampment?
Yeah, go find the king.
Amazing. Well, fortuitously, one might say, as you step outside of the... I've lost my rubber. I got two... Found it. Wow, that was a good bounce. As you... I'm losing balance and all sorts. I need the swamp lid for balance. Anyway, once you start to make it... I'm starting to speak like a UNT. Once you start to make it outside, you can see from the very furthest gate the people of Arkansas slowly making their way through again. Do you wait in the castle?
Someone stand in front of me. My mum doesn't know I'm here.
Vigor would stand in front of Rick.
Rick, why would it be bad that your mum wouldn't know? Like what?
Oh, because it's dangerous and I'm not supposed to be out on my own yet, so just shh.
Oh, wait.
How old are you?
Jamie will click her fingers and Reek disappears.
Amazing.
Just 18. Like last week.
You can make your entrance alongside the rest of them. I'm sure.
They'll never know.
Amazing. So, do you stay in the castle or do you head down?
I guess. Wait. Do we wait?
Yeah, I think probably wait in the castle for the king to get back. Maybe.
How do you think the king would find it obnoxious if I got comfy on the chair?
Depends how good his humour is, really. I mean,
I was
always
thinking
test
the
it.
same thing.
You could sit together on the chair and then when the king is coming, just get off.
I mean, how long are we waiting? How far away is the king?
Well, it's probably going to take like 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
Well, probably 20 just to
Plus
get
sitting
through
down.
the sea.
We've
Yeah.
got time. I'll stand by the door and watch out.
You can see the populace swarm the city again. And, there's a lot of cheering and clapping and, from a distance, you can see a lot of hugging. And eventually, Rulvuk and Kath, I believe their name was Kath Gnarly, who is their satyr partner, both walking. And behind them are the hobgoblin generals and leaders. A notable missing presence is the priests of Maglabaya.
It's all right, they're the worst.
Rovik sees you all sat on the throne and just
I would have said no, get off the throne. It's here.
Cool.
I'm still inclined. Just.
As
Or
Rovik
not,
appears,
if you don't want to.
an invisible voice is like, "Go, get off, get off!" And yeah, you guys just posture out on this throne. Rovik walks up to you and he's like,
I imagine this is yours again.
Yes, and I appreciate you being funny with it, I guess. And Kafnali like elbows Rovak, and he's like, "What? That's what they're trying to do, right? I don't get it. I spent a whole anyway. They slept in my bed." Kafnali's like, "Thank you very much. One of the Eternal Army came and told us that you'd done whatever you needed to do and sent us here. I mean, where's Veracity and I would say that they kind of give you a little bit of a down low. Kafnali, at least, gives you a bit of a down low on Protea and her sister, and they've gotten a bit closer without too much of an emotional connection. There's been words said about going to speak to their parents, and that's what they've gone to do."
Well, thank you for letting us know. And I would look at Elder Green, but still talking to Rovak. I'll be honest, we don't know where Veracity went to. She was cursed, and I don't know if it is to do with the curse or not, but well, we now have Elder Green here. Veracity magically disappeared, and Elder Green was suddenly in her place. And Elder Green has been an enormous help in freeing your city, so...
Well, thank you greatly. It means a lot. Well, I think it's time to have a celebration at least. Let's let the people settle in, and well, you're welcome to stay for as long as you want. You will be always accommodated here in Arkanhasa at any time you need. Anything you need will always be greatly within.
They can all stay with me. I'm not here.
Like, Robert looks around and is like, is there someone else here?
Hi, Robert. It's Reek. Don't tell my mum.
Yeah, that's the only. We'll bring them back if you just agree not to shout their name out too much.
Rover's like stood there, like, I mean, if you are you going to make yourself visible, or am I going to keep speaking to the air?
Oh, I really want to poke him.
Do it.
Just before I turn back visible. Well, I can't turn myself visible anyway. I'm gonna if I poke him, I will. I'm gonna poke him.
Hello, Reef.
Hi, praise be to Megalbot.
We won't have to do that anymore.
Oh, that's nice. Not nice. That's fine. Good. Bad.
It's good. And the king puts an arm around you and like embraces you and says, "Your mother is going to kill you."
I'm not here.
No, you are. And they keep banging you. You're definitely here.
What happened to the priest?
Well, let's say when the Eternal Army came to tell us what happened, they disappeared. That day turns into like the biggest celebrations you've ever seen. Once everybody kind of threw their stuff in their homes again, they kind of started just like creating the most wonderful party. And this place is really beautiful in terms of it's like it's a really well-built city, and there's a lot of history within it, but also a lot of new wave thinking and a lot of new creative ideas, and that has led to like a wonderful technology of different kinds of mini fireworks and little displays that can go on within the city. And the real balance between magic and technology has been struck here, and there are artifices aplenty. People creating wonderful mechanical magic powered shows going on, puppet and shadow puppet shows with all these wonderful different mechanical flat metal pieces of iron that then spray off magic things and start to weave stories about how you saved this city. And they don't ask you how. They got the story from a friend, from a friend, from a friend, and thus it just starts to like overcome with like hyperbole and hyperbole and exaggeration to the point where you are kind of made out of like completely white, single-handedly, not only taken down this weird jungle like demi-plane, but also beaten back the whole Eternal Army single-handedly by yourself.
No, that's going to hurt their egos.
Kind of thing.
About that one.
and it's just this wonderful day of celebration.
Do I manage to avoid my mum throughout the entire celebration, which is what I would like to do?
I'll
tell you what, roll a perception check.
2
first.
Invisibility spells for you for some
My
rolls.
perception is so bad.
I like to think that during this evening, I accidentally end up talking to Reek's mum without even realising that that's who it is.
100%.
Totally dropping Reek in it.
I rolled a
Probably don't
4.
imagine.
You're probably like behind me. I'm like, it's fine. She can't see me. I'm not there.
You're like looking around. You're looking around, and you're like, oh gosh, I can see my siblings, Creek, Drake, Meek.
They're all bird noises.
Yeah. Oh, thank gosh. Thank the Lord. And then you just feel this hand grab your wrist. And you turn. And as you turn, you are swung into this massive hug that is like squeezing you so tight. And it's your mother going, oh my God, I didn't think I was going to see you again.
I've been at home the whole time.
No, you haven't. Don't lie to me. You took my sword. How do you think that I wouldn't notice that was gone?
It's just a handle. It's well hidden.
We hang it above the mantelpiece. We took it when we moved everything, and we hung it above our tent door.
Oh, it's not a safe place for it. I just put it somewhere safer.
It's magical. It stays place. You know I have ways around this. Oh my gosh! And she just starts like pecking you with kisses. And she's like, "I'm so glad that you're okay. Why would you do that? What? Why? I heard you punched a serpent."
Did I?
And shattered a whole wall with a single blow.
I think that was a door and a statue. I don't think I punched anybody though.
No. Okay. Well, and she checks your knuckles and she's like, "No, they're fine. They're fine." Like starts to ruffle up your feathers and like lick a hand and like put them down again. She's like, "No, you're fine. No, you're fine. My little Reek's fine."
You're being embarrassing. Please don't lick me. These are my friends. Elder Green, Malice, Jamie, and Vega. They are all very cool, and I stood behind them the whole time. It was fine.
She like switches on a dime and she's like, "Oh my gosh, hello, lovely to meet you all," and then starts like getting to know you and like being like, "What's your name?" Oh, and you were the one with the fire spear, right? The fire spear that would burn 1,000 UNTs to death. Is that right?
I suppose if that's what they're saying, then yes.
And you turned into a toad god, I believe.
Maybe. Did I? I'll ask everybody if that's what I did. Who? Me? No.
And you were the one that stopped using your magic on purpose just so that you could stab one of these Eternal Army people, right?
Sure.
And you were the one that beheaded the snake Eternal one, the Eternal Army member. There was also a snake. You took their axe and no.
Yes, but the real hero was Reek. Has a real panache for decapitation and dismemberment
and passing out. Reek passed out so much, but came
3
straight
times
back.
in one fight.
Yes.
It was well impressive.
Reek was unconscious at least 5 times in the amount of time I've known Reek.
So many arms.
So brave.
Your mother looks at you and she goes, I thought you said you didn't take part in any of this.
Technically, I said I stood behind them, which if you think of standing behind as standing behind someone's front...
You were the first into danger at every opportunity.
It was fine. I'm fine.
Mrs. Reek, I think it's fair to say that our Reek was so brave, and without whom we would not be around.
Would have never survived.
No.
I think the sword best stay with you then. Your siblings will be very mad, but it sounds like you've earned it. And at some point you were going to have to fly the nest. Just sometimes you don't think it's going to happen. You don't want it to happen even. You know, they've all left me, and now you're going to...
I'm just going to turn her around and point her towards my father. This is your problem to deal with.
He's talking with someone else and he's like, oh okay.
He's going to give him the look and then walk away.
He's got spectacles on and he just goes, have you? And he leans, he puts your mum to the side and thinking, and he goes, did you you still got the lucky coin I gave you on the way out?
Yes. Would you like it back?
No. I've got another one. And he guesses it. So.
Good news. I'm not dead. Thank you, everyone.
During the parties and all this revelry, Rolvuk is giving lots of speeches and doing lots of declarations and and you can see that he's slowly getting more and more sloshed as the night goes by. But he's still having to do all these kingly regal things. And at one point, Kafnali comes up to you guys over some drinks and some snacks, sneaky snacks and some fireworks. He's like, part of some of the work I do as husband to the king is working with a lot of the generals and making sure that there is a certain knowledge about the city that we have. And I have been, I basically look after all the spies. Anyway, what I'm saying is I've known for a while that the priests of Maglabaya have been wanting to return to the old ways. And the reason that they've all up and left is because they're going to be creating an incursion into Faerun. That's your home. And they will be coming with full force. Because, well, they're bloodthirsty, basically. That's the old ways, and the old ways of doing things are, well, when you worship an evil god, that's kind of the things that come out of it. I mean, in some ways, and he looks around, we got this beautiful city from this Maglabaya, but we shouldn't stick to the old ways. We should always change and move forward. So I just thought it'd be a fair warning that they've gone off the map, and I think that's where they're going. They'll probably want to set up their own city within Faerun, gather as many hobgoblins and all sorts that they can, all the kinds of goblinoids they can, and then enslave more of the different kind of creatures to their whims and just start a new war with Faerun.
Well, whatever they're up to, I kind of rubs his eye a little bit. And whatever they're up to, I feel like at least that one priest that was with you has some sort of plan for me. So if I can do something to, I don't know, if I can prevent a war or help to prevent a war, then I feel like I should try. If you could use my help.
Well, we've got a lot to do here, but once we're free, we'll send as much help as we can to the rest of you in Faerun. In fact, I was hoping that you guys would act as part of a messenger service to the cities of Faerun. We don't know much about Faerun, really. We've kind of kept to ourselves for quite a long time. We have a lot of contacts in Karatua, but not many in Faerun.
Well, one thing that myself and Malice have rather experienced with is there are many groups of people very similar to us in Faerun that will be more than willing to, well, not necessarily deal with it just themselves, but there are more than enough. Well, maybe they're not giving the Faerun people as much credit as they may deserve, because there is people plenty more powerful than just us there.
Okay. Well, I'll leave it with you guys. We will send an official bannerman from our city to one of your cities as a scouting party and as a warning message if you don't want to take the responsibility. But we would like it to be you, myself and Rolvuk. And then he looks up and Rolvuk is swaying. And he just looks and he goes, I love that man. Anyway.
I'd be happy to help. Maybe we should talk about it again in the morning.
Thank you. Yeah, when he's a little more sober. Nah. It's gonna be a fun night, guys. And then Kafnali gets up and just joins the fray and the parties. Anything anybody else would like to do?
Yeah, I would like to just approach to, I think, Vega and maybe Jamie. And to Vega, is going to Faerun and sorting that thing out what you want to do? Is that your path? Is that something that you had in mind, or are you just trying to do it out of some sort of obligation?
Well, it's not something I had in mind when I set out on this. I left home looking for glory, I suppose. I wanted to fight in duels and championships. This saving a city from an invading force isn't exactly what I had in mind.
But glory comes with it, I suppose. Provided that you win. So make sure you win.
Yes. Well, that's the plan.
And Jamie, are you, I suppose you're wanting to go with Malice, but I do have a question for you, if you'd permit me to ask you.
Oh, you earned that right.
When I first appeared, you didn't have any magic. And now
No.
you do. And I know what that feels like. Who gives you that magic?
Well, it's an upon agreement for part of myself to someone else. I'm essentially cursed because of it, but I have power.
If there's anything I can do to help you, and I'll try and look as knowing that you probably can't talk about it, let me know.
Well, there's a path to getting. I'm trying to be tactful, but I don't know if there's any point. I can't care for any of you. Even Malice, who my heart yearns constantly to care for and help and back up as you would. That sort of person. But I'm not allowed to care about anybody. And when I do, well, I don't necessarily know if how I felt about Veracity caused what happened to Veracity and my power leaving me, but I'm slightly concerned it may have been my fault.
I won't blame yourself for anything, Sugar Plum. I think sometimes things just happen. But if you want to know about patrons, or if you maybe wanted to speak to another one, I could certainly help you.
I mean, that doesn't sound like a terrible idea. You notice that every time she speaks, she's almost like checking behind her every time she talks. But I also wouldn't want to start an interpatronal.
No, that's not. No, I'm sure that wouldn't happen at all. I mean, if you wanted to talk to the Swampolid, you might have to die first. That's the only thing that you might have to do. But I did it. I'm fine. You know.
Yeah, it's more. Well, whose dragon's bigger?
Indeed.
Mouse. Oh, sorry, go on.
Just finish with hold that thought.
Malice, during the party, and probably during Vega and Jamie and Eldergreen talking, Reek probably being reaccosted by Reek's mom. my baby Reek! At some point during that party, you notice somebody making like direct eye contact with you. A tiefling looking at you, and then as you made eye contact, they look towards a door that's slightly ajar, and then they get up and they walk all the way across the room to the door and close it.
As nonchalantly as a 7-foot tall snake drow can, I would like to make my way over, trying to be as inconspicuous as I can, just casual, you know?
Roll at advantage, because everybody's kind of distracted.
Cool. Is this deception or performance?
Stealth.
Okay, I'm glad that's at advantage. I'm very glad that's at advantage. Dirty 20.
Beautiful. I think that beats everybody's passive perception, doesn't it? Sweet. You follow across to the room and you open it up. Within there are about 30 to 40 different people, of all shapes and sizes, waiting for you. And you close the door behind you, and the tiefling smiles, and a lionin walks up to you, small, quite weedy, and says, "Master," and kneels before you. "We will follow you to the ends of the earth. We have tasted where we could be and who we could be. Please show us the way. You are clearly a divine representation of where we should go next."
I would like to draw myself up to my full height with Shanae on my back and just say, "Nothing divine, just strength. And if you seek strength, I shall lead you."
They all kneel down and they all start chanting, "Malice, Malice, Malice." Very gently, because they don't want to be overheard.
And I'm just kind of soaking it all in. This is definitely going to go to my head.
Amazing. So, through the rest of the night, who's getting sloshed? Who's just enjoying themselves?
I think Vega would. Yeah, this is sort of the glory that he was after in a lot of ways, or at least the celebration of it. And so yeah, he'd start off slow, but he'd be quite solid by the end.
Beautiful. Eldergreen.
I think Eldergreen would be knowing that what has happened and what is finished, would start to be packing up. So gathering my things, making sure that they're all in my pack. Knowing where Kenneth is, that's fine. And begin asking round about the area. If anyone does know about Faerun, about various places. Maybe just taking a little bit of time to maybe try and think of the Swampolid and maybe try and get some guidance from them about what path I should be taking.
You hear nothing about Faerun when you ask people about it. People are like, maybe there's like one person who's like, "Oh yeah, I came from there many years ago, like when I was a kid." But they kind of give you like the areas that are well known: Baldur's Gate, Waterdeep. But the real information that you start to hear is about Karata, and the dragons and the mountains and the hidden mysteries of sphinxes that are deep within the sand dunes. And Karatur seems like it might be the place that you might want to explore next.
In that case, I might begin to leave. I'll bid my farewell to everybody individually. Maybe try and work out where Malice has gone and just find a room full of people just chanting. Close that door.
Are you going, Elder? Where are you going? Are you going somewhere exciting? I would like to go somewhere.
Well, I've heard all sorts of things, Alaric. I've heard all sorts of things about sphinxes and dunes. I don't know what a dune is. I've never been to one. So
it's like a big sandy hill. Small sandy hill. Mixed sizes sandy hills.
It might work out quite well. It sounds like it could do with some trees, this dune, because I didn't know anything about trees. So I could maybe try and grow some and just see what there is.
I could stand next to you while you're growing trees and make sure nothing eats you.
That would be smashing. You could fly in the air and let me know if anything's coming.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to come with.
Can we go see some of the sphinxes, though, as well?
Oh, no, yeah, of course. I don't know what they are.
Answer the questions, though.
Oh, is it riddles or is it sort of like a quiz?
I don't know. I guess we can find out.
Well, we'll find out. We're both very clever. Looks at intelligence model. We're both very, very clever. We'll work it out, I'm sure. It'll be fine.
Yeah, Mum said I could have the sword, so I am all set, and we need to leave before my siblings find out. So
I was just on my way, so
great.
I will.
Amazing. You two managed to make your way out. Do you go in the night?
I was about to leave during the festivities, but I can wait.
It's night.
We can.
Yeah.
Well, you can see. I can't see in the dark. I have a sword that lights up. I'm fine.
Yeah, we'll go.
So,
obviously, we'll bid farewell to everybody else in the party.
Does anybody else want to say their goodbyes?
Goodbye, Elder Toads. It's been lovely knowing you, and I hope that we meet again sometime.
I hope so too, Flower. And look after Kenneth, and Kenneth will look after you, yes? And if you're ever worried about what to do, just have a chat with Kenneth. He'll put you right.
Just kind of look around to see if any of my new followers are watching, and just kind of.
There's they're dotted around you. Like there's the party, and then every third person will be a follower.
It's going to give you like a swift embrace, just a little.
Oh, I'm going to hug you for as long as I can. I'm not going to let you squirm for it. No, come on. There we go. Lovely. That was very warm, and I know that you enjoyed it.
Too, as well. Bye, Malice. Have fun.
Bye, Reek. Make sure to chop off more arms.
And heads.
It's
I
what
never
you're
got
good
to
at.
chop off the head, only arms. So maybe we'll find a sphinx, and if it's not nice, we'll chop off its head.
Good.
Amazing.
Thank you both for everything. I'll be staying for the night, and then after I've spoken with the king and in the morning, then I'll be returning to Faerun and traveling around myself. So with any luck, I will bump into you both again soon.
Do you have any idea where in Faerun you might start? Just in case we fancy following you at some point.
Not yet. The king's husband has asked me to deliver a number of messages, so I don't know where as yet.
Well, I'm sure we'll find you, and your glory will follow you, so we'll be able to find you based on your glory.
I hope so.
I'm just going to toss my lucky coin at Vega.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully you catch it. Or not.
I was going to say I catch it. I've got a dex of +4. I feel like I catch it.
Just because people think things have to be one way doesn't mean they do.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. There's traffic outside.
Just because people think things have to be one way, that doesn't mean that they do. You choose your own path. You're on mute.
Thank you, Reek. You're wise beyond your years.
That is the first time anyone has said that to me.
Cling to those words, Reek. Cling to them.
Goodbye, you two. Hopefully one day when I can actually come find you again, we can have some proper fun together.
Sounds good. And if you're wondering where we are, we'll be near a sphinx in a dune.
What's your plan, Jamie?
I'm torn in so many directions. I don't know if I've quite figured out what this adventuring malarkey is as of yet, but part of me wants to go with G and explore different places, deliver these letters. Another part of me... Sorry. There you go. They've like...
Same person.
G's the one of the king's guards that's going with Vega.
Yeah, sure.
They got to know each other over the meal. They're a pretty cool guy.
But I also have the old dragon problem. I also want to be by your side, but I feel that might end up backfiring on you if I stay with you for too long.
I think that would be actually quite beneficial. You are welcome to help me to unite disgruntled minions across the land.
I mean, persuasive enough.
You would be perfect.
I feel like you should make a start. And I will deal with this problem. Maybe get myself into some new situations, because let's be honest, I haven't really got a clue how this entire world works. And maybe it'll help both of us if I come back with more real world understanding. I also feel like, I don't know why, but my path needs to find veracity again.
That sounds like a good plan. See you at the next family barbecue.
I'll be by your side soon enough. And then hopefully, when I do come to your side, I can stay this time.
I'll hold you to that.
And
I'm gonna give you like a snaky smile. A little too wide now.
And Vega, if you'd have me, I'd quite like to travel with you back to the central Faerun at least. See where I go from there.
Absolutely, I'd be very glad of the company. You and G.
Amazing. Malice, is there anything you want to do as the night goes by?
I would like
Where do you find yourself? Where does Malice find himself, kind of thing?
I would like to arrange with my new followers to meet at dawn to set out to try and kind of assess what my followers' skill sets are as well. Because I'm quite excited to almost form an evil union of ex-minions or something of the sort. I think that's what I'm doing. I'm looking forward and I'm feeling proactive and confident in my decisions.
Amazing stuff. So through the night, you all find yourselves either traveling through the desert sands of the Wastelands, getting sloshed, or coming up with some menacing yet potentially profitable plans. However, Jamie, as you said before, every shadow cast by someone when a firework explodes makes you shiver slightly. When you look across a crowded street, what you see isn't the people laughing and smiling, but the dark shadow of an alleyway glaring at you, open and unending in its darkness. you find you're unable to distract yourself from these pockets of the abyss. And the laughter stops, and the cheering stops for you. And you keep looking around and seeing all these dark corners where maybe he's hiding, maybe he's waiting for you. And you remember that you still have friends and new friends within you, and you look to find them, but you can't find them in the crowd. You can't even see Vega anymore, or Malice, or Elder Green, or Reek, or Veracity, or Protea, or any of the people that you knew. In fact, you start to walk through the crowd and you can't even find Rulebook. Can't even find that Kingsguard G. And then as you start looking for people, they start to disappear too. And you are stood in an empty street. And the darkness seems to get darker and spreads to every corner where there is no light. And you get to this large arcing shadow that falls from the castle onto the cobbled street in front of you. And you can hear the beating of wings above you. And you look up into the cold black night sky that was once filled with fireworks and stars is empty and unending. Just pure space. And then from the shadows in front of you steps out a half-elf wrapped in black cloth.
I was waiting for you to finally come back. I've decided I don't want to be scared of you this time. Just punish me or kill me or take what's left of me. I'm not interested in cowering. What path is that going to take me down? You want to take my power, you can have it back. Well, it's not even my power in the first place. What will it be?
Justin walks over to you and looks down his nose at you. You talk like I forced you to make this deal. You talk like I told you to cower before me and tremble before my might. I can't help it if I'm scary. It's just my nature, I suppose. And he flicks his long black hair around and keeps walking. But you have made a mistake on your behalf. You chose to go this way, and you chose to give up the idea of a family. Now you see, magic, and it works in certain different ways. You made a deal with me to get yours. So I gave you secrets, the things that I've learned over my lifetime. I'm your patron, darling. You learn how to do magic. The fact that you thought I'd give you these things is ridiculous. I'm not a god, just very good at what I do. And I've been very proud of you. You've done a lot of good work. You found the little shadow spark within yourself. You know, your family have had a lot of darkness within them. So it was only natural that you'd have a slither of it. No, I tell you what, you've broken our deal, but I'm willing to forgive it all. Let's take you back to where it all started. And he pushes you. And as he pushes you, fall back into the shadow, and you are falling fast, and trees start appearing and start catching across your head. And boom, you land on ground. You get up, dirt all over your face, and you look up, and there's this dead forest. And it seems to span for miles. The ground is dead, the dirt is rotten, and you can just smell death in the air. And then in the distance, you can hear. And you can hear the shuffling of feet coming towards you. Meanwhile, on another plane of existence, there is this lush field of grass, tall grass, and Aminar stands looking out at this beautiful, beautiful land. Hitara, fully armored, stands behind him, and she says, Father, why did we really take that city? Namanar continues to look out. He says, Hitara, how many times have I told you? We did it to better them. Hitara nods. What were you hoping to find in that demi-plane you sent them to? Doesn't matter now. It's gone. The threat has been destroyed, and we have done our duty and done our job. On to the next thing. Sarah nods again. Father, goodbye. And she takes out a sword and implants it through his back. He falls to his knees, bleeding out of his mouth. And she pulls the sword out, and she walks around him, in front of him, and looks him in the eyes, and beheads him. His head rolls onto the grass. And she looks up, and Kron is stood not too far away. She walks over to Kron, wiping the sword down. She looks at him, and he embraces her. And she gently pushes him up back, wipes a tear out of her eye, and says, okay, now tell me, what did Vega see? And Kron looks down and says, Vega saw him. Aknar's heading to Faerun, and so will we. And Hitara lets out a joyous laughter. And that is where we'll end tonight's session. Thank you very much, guys, for playing. It's been amazing to be able to tell this story with all these wonderful characters. A lot of cliffhangers. That's to be said. Where will they go? Who will they meet? Who knows? That's for them to decide. But if you did enjoy tonight, we play every Monday and Tuesday from 6 p.m. GMT BST, 10 a.m. PT PST. And the next show, I'm not sure what that is yet, but we're ready to hear. Oh, do you know what it is?
Well, it's both me and Liz are DMing in the next slot. So Liz will be DMing the name of Liz's show.
The Last Resort of Mercantile Bog.
Hey.
And I'm DMing Anarchy in the Astral Sea.
There we go. And they'll be happening on Mondays and Tuesdays at 6 p.m. GMT BST and 10 a.m. PT PST. You can also join us on Fridays, again, from 6 p.m. GMT BST, 10 a.m. PT PST for Talks Together, our chat show where we interview our players, DMs, and other TTP RPG industry voices. We'll be doing the Talks Together soon, chat about this campaign, and yeah, just get some thoughts, and I'm really excited to do that. I don't know about you guys, but this has been a long time coming. I'm just so grateful that I got to tell this story. All our shows are streamed at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg, and you can find all of our content archived at youtube.com/rolltogetherrpg. There's also podcast versions of all our shows available everywhere. Just search on your podcast app, Roll Together RPG. Massive thank you again to our D20 Club on Patreon. There'll be a link in chat now. Do join them. Every penny helps make all the content we do. A big thanks again to sponsors and supporters. And don't forget, we're all over social media as Roll Together RPG. Thank you guys for watching, and see you again soon. Peace out.